All right, how is everybody doing? Um, we're having some issues getting Boston on right now. He keeps trying to get in. It keeps bumping him out. So it's going to be me here for a minute. He is still trying to get on, messaging back and forth. So he's going to try something different. I did send a link to him again, but I do want to say thanks to everybody who's in here. We got Mike Curtis, we got Gerbs, Michael Morgan, Mike Curtis, Georgia Adventurer is on here. And Gerbs, is it giving you access to it looks like it is. You're posting all kinds of stuff, so I guess that's what's up with you guys. I don't know if you've seen Gerb's latest video. I sent him one of them high quality, top notch, state of the art, high performance Ozark Trail Axis lock knives. I do appreciate the opening on video, Gerbs. That goes a long way. Awesome, man. And I hope you like that little hammerhead I put in there for you. I thought, well, you know, he likes to handle stuff, and I like to handle stuff. So I thought I'd throw that in the box and see if you liked it or not. It's an old plum. I'd never seen one quite like that. It looks pretty old because it had that perfectly round, ringed head on it. And we got Tyler Gibson in here, a West Virginia boy. Yeah, man. So I love them West Virginia boys, man. If you guys don't know Mr. Gibson, Tyler Gibson in the chat there, I was needing a box for a Series 16 Shatton Morgan rail splitter, and just put on here that I had needed a box, and old Mr. Tyler Gibson said, hey, you know, I got one of those laying around here. If you want it, just let me know. And he sent it to me, and I sent him. Actually, I sent him something in the mail earlier that day, and he didn't even know I was sending it to him. I was sending him and Boston some decals and a knife, and then at night I'm laying in bed, and Tyler just shoots me a message out of nowhere. Hey, you know, I got one of them boxes, blah, blah, blah. And I said, dude, you're not going to believe this, man. I just mailed you something out earlier today. So, you know, guys know knife karma works in mysterious ways. So it is appreciated. Goes a long way. And I don't know if you guys seen my short from last night. Went to the flea market last night. You know, I was out there talking to my old buddy Lee. You know, he's 81 years old and out there just running that flea market, carrying them big cases in and out. And I don't know how many years he has left doing that, guys, but it's going to be a sad, sad day when Mr. Lee isn't at the flea market anymore. As you guys can see, tons of inventory that he's taken in and out of there, cases and cases of stuff, and I've always bought from him since 2006. I've been going out there and buying stuff off of Mr. Lee. So he talked to me a little bit last night about how many more opportunities he's going to have to get that stuff out there. But guys, it looks like Boston is still trying to get on here, so let's hang tight. And I'm going to see if anything's working for him. So we do got a guest lined up for next week. Next week, we want to kind of, you know, we had Jersey Knife Guy on last week and thought that went pretty good, but we kind of need a week in between guests. That way we can research people. So I wanted that 2-week period. Hey, we got RJ's Knives in here. But we got that 2-week period, that 2-week window in between guests. It gives me a chance to go on and watch some of their older content and kind of look around and see what's going on with them. And I can ask some riveting questions. So next week, we got no other than RJ's Knives coming on next week. He'll be the special guest, and I've already got somewhat of an outline lined out for him, but I want to watch a few more of his videos. And I even watched the that knife, the thing that Thrifty Kniffy does, Knife Life, I believe is what it's called. We got Terrell Schneider in here as well. Robert Douglas. Hey guys, thanks for hopping on. Boston is still trying to get on. I don't know what's going on with getting him on, but I kind of want to talk about some things. You know, we needed a moderator. I reached out to Gerbs a little bit, and it looks like I was able to give him oh, here we go. The man, the myth, the legend.
Big J, be right there.
Dude, you're making me talk. I'm so thirsty, I can't breathe.
Give me a minute. I'll be right there.
All right, man. So, guys, he made it on. So we got Gerbs moderating. I figured out that I needed to pull up the chat on my phone, and I'm able to give access the way RJ explained it. It just I probably wasn't listening when he was telling me because I'm kind of dumb like that. But
Stop it.
and Gerbs, it is working, right? Just post some. He's posting all kinds of stuff, so I think it's working for him. North Star Knife Reviews. I've been watching a lot more of his content lately. Guys, welcome North Star Knife Reviews. I got one of his decals. I think Mr. Tom at Knife Delight sent me one of his decals, but I got it on my knife pad now. So yeah, I love my swag. And I got some swag in the mail today, fellas. This guy right here, he does some beautiful work. I needed a slip for this old case Barlow, this old 20 through 40 case Barlow that I'm handing down to my boys. And he went above and beyond. All right. He went above and beyond, and he sent me that, and he sent me a flight tag with here, I gotta show this to everybody. My channel initials, BJK. So that's going to go probably on my key ring. But let's look at let's present what is. And guys, I made a pretty good video on this slip. I did the unboxing, and there's a reason there's a fish on this. I would have never done that if this knife was going to stay with me and I was going to carry it, because I'm just not a type of guy who likes stuff like that. I like my stuff plain and simple. But he planned to see it. He was like, hey, I can put a bear, fish. Talk no more. You said fish. So I put a video. I made a video today. It'll probably be out next. I'll probably put that one out Monday on why that has a fish on it. And it's got different pictures. It's got a slideshow at the end. Just a little one, though, and a little video at the end. But it means a lot to me, because fishing is something that me and my two boys have always done and always enjoyed doing together. So, and the story, you'll see it next week. And I told him, I was like, there's a reason that fish is on there, and there's a little story behind that. But it's just something me and my boys always have done and always like to do. So he knocked it out of the park with that. Oh, we got Scab on here. I hope I'm not too loud. I'm probably screaming into this stupid mic, but Scab's in the house. We got El Cap Addict. So, guys, I want to go over some subscriber updates. Saw Grunt won my raffle. I shipped that down to him. Guys, he posted a video of him throwing one of them Walmart knives into his backyard target, and it held up. It worked fine. So I don't know, $6, guys. I don't know. He's out there just throwing that thing around like it's nothing, and it's sticking into the wood, and he's pulling it out. And so he really appreciated. He put a nice unboxing video when he won that. So, and I know that Boston did his drawing. I don't know if the gentleman got back with him or not. So I believe Redneck Survival won his raffle. Oh, we got Jersey Knife Guy in the house. Jersey is here. Never fear. There's the man of the hour.
Hey guys, I'm sorry about that.
Are you on?
Good to go.
All right. So what's been going on, man? You said earlier today you got a little news for everybody. So
yeah. Well, first of all, thanks, Big J. So let's give Big J a thank you. He was just keeping this rocking while I was trying to get on here and do my thing. And hey man, you've been doing great. You getting a lot of content out. I mean, I'm sure everybody has noticed that with you, that you've been doing really good. I mean, as far as getting content out, you've been on your grind, man. You really have.
Well, it's all pre-recorded on weekends. That's my only trick. That's my only, except for the car chat Chronicles. And that's the only time I got between work and gym. So I'm usually recording that driving up Route 45, doing about 65 mile an hour trying to get to the gym. And but that's everything else is pre-recorded, brother.
Yeah, but still, you've been getting. I'm sorry, guys. I don't have my my stand right now. I'm just holding my phone. But I've been going through a lot of work and stuff. I'll get into that in a few. But yeah, but you real quick, Jay, you've been getting a lot of stuff out. I've been seeing it. I haven't been able to comment on it. I haven't even really been on YouTube too much. And that's what I'm going to talk about in a few minutes. But you've been getting a lot out. You really have. You've been getting a lot of content out. You've been doing really good. It's great. It really is.
Thanks, man. It's like you said, it's a grind. And if it wasn't for if it weren't for me able to pre-record, it would be really, because I used to make videos like in the mornings and then at night when I got home, and they were just terrible because I'm just burnt. In the morning I'm burnt, and at nighttime I'm burnt. So the best time is like on the weekend at that like noon hour when I'm just getting home from the gym. I got my post-workout meal in me.
Yep.
I suck down an energy drink and I'm ready to go. But that's how I kind of got to do it, just to kind of keep my head above water.
Oh, it's a lot. See, I don't think people realize how hard it is trying to balance that work and then also trying to get content out also. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a lot. It is. It's a lot.
It is.
Let me try to get the stand up for a minute. Who's in the house right now?
Man, we got Georgia Adventurer. I've been watching a lot of. He got some good looking case knives down there. North Star Knife Reviews. Jersey Knife Guy, of course. Mike Curtis is always in. I think Jerbs is moderating, man. I gave him. I figured out how to do it. You got to like bring YouTube up. Like I brought it up on my phone and was able to assign him as a moderator. Just doing that. We got RJ in here, and RJ, I already broke the news that he's going to be our guest next week. Because awesome. I want that. Me and you talked about having a week in between guests. That way, because I got to be able to research them. I want to watch more of their older content. That way, I can ask RJ some. And I'll kind of send him some questions beforehand. That way, he can have the knives ready that kind of get us moving in the right direction. But I watched what is that, Slice and Knife or something that the things that Thrifty Kniffy does. I know he did one on Jersey Knife Guy. I watched it. He done one on Jo Adventures, and he done one on RJ. Those are the three I've watched so far. So, just some good content. Thrifty puts out great content, man.
Thrifty puts out really, really good content. I was watching some of his videos, and actually I've been watching a lot of his stuff before, not in the last week, but before. He has some great stuff. Really good. I'm sorry, guys. I have just been swamped with work, and I haven't even had time to really be on here. Let me get this up. Give me 1 second. BigJ's really been doing his thing. I haven't had time to really even to be on YouTube. It's just been a daily grind, and that's something that we could talk about too. Is trying to get videos out while also, I think that Scab had a video on that about so you want to be a YouTuber.
Yeah.
And this is
good luck.
I'm telling you. Let me just fix this stand. We're gonna get right at it.
Yeah, Scab, man, I think he does 4 or 5. He answers every comment. And I don't know how him and people like who else is there? Oh shoot. Oh man, Big Red. They get on there and comment on all the comments, and they got a lot more than I do, and I know that's a struggle in itself. But I mean, they do it. They grind. Hey, we got the body beat down in here, and I just want to shout him out real quick, guys. If you guys want to watch a guy, he's older than me and probably benches right with what I do. I mean, that guy not even have a spotter and he'll bench 315 for reps.
Who's this?
The body beat down. Dude, he goes out and he takes walks every day and tries to breed positivity into the YouTube, because there's a lot of negativity on lifting YouTube. So I just want to shout him out because I like to be positive, so I think it's important.
I think that's great. I think that's what was his channel's name again?
The Body Beatdown.
I'll check him out. Him out. Yeah.
And he likes to jam Motley Crue while he does it. So.
Oh man, huh?
Hell yeah, man.
The Motley Crue, man, huh?
Yeah.
It was some crazy guy.
Yeah. Hey, they got John 5 as their new guitarist. So.
Is that right?
Yeah. I don't know, John. Yeah, John 5 is their new guitarist because Mick Mars retired, I guess. But guys, I want to give a shout out to Jerbs for moderating. Thank you very much, because that was a struggle in itself, just knowing how to do it and then finding someone who wants to do it. So I do appreciate it. So What other news you got for us, Boston? What else you got going on?
So guys, that was I really haven't been on YouTube in the last. You guys probably noticed that. You probably haven't seen any content of my last week and a half to even 2 weeks. We had a week off for we do it every year at work. We had a week off, and what happens is this time of year it slows down, right? But I'm going to get to why it's busy. But it slows down this time of year, so we get a week off at work, and in that week off, I drive a truck. Everything accumulates, so it's kind of a catch-22. It's like you get the break, but then when you come back, it's insanity. So I just been playing catch up at work, and it has been insane. It's been a lot. I've been doing long days and driving truck. If anyone here does that, they know what I'm talking about. It's just a lot of work. It really is.
Yeah.
That's why I haven't been able to get out any content. But I'm back. This past Friday, yesterday, I was able to wrap things up, and yeah, we're gonna put that. I'll be able to put that behind me, and we'll get content up. And because I've been missing it, man. I've been missing being on here. It's been like a good 2 weeks that I haven't been able to get out. Like I said, any videos. I haven't really even talked to Jay too much. Usually we're on another where we talk, and I haven't even been able to really talk to him too much. And I knew this live was coming on. I wasn't gonna miss this live, guys. I was not gonna do that. But I'm here, so we're gonna start. We're gonna get back on track with that. Thank you guys for just sticking in there, and not that you're missing me or anything like that.
Well, I tell you what, I got messages from people, saying, "Hey, I just want to make sure everything's going okay." And I told you that, and
Yep.
that's appreciative, man. When people are looking out for each other and worried about each other like that, and I told you about it. So
Yep, exactly.
there's people on here that care about you, man, and it's awesome.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, it's just, and that's a good example right there. I think you can use that as an example too. Is like guys that make content, guys that make videos, or women, whatever, people that make videos. It's hard to have that balance all the time. I mean, you really got to be on your grind, and if work picks up, especially if you're doing something, a type of job where you can't always step aside, like if you're driving truck, like example, like I do, I can't just pull over and make a video. So we could call it. Jay had a good name for it. What was it?
Oh, rig reviews with Boston, dude.
Rig
it's not copyrighted. You can have
it. Rig review. Yeah. So it's hard to just pull over, or you can't do that. So, but I'm gonna be getting caught up here, and we'll have some more stuff out. I have the giveaway video that I still haven't heard from Redneck Survival, because I have been checking that because I want to get that out to the post office, which I could do in the morning, and I just have not heard back from him. I'm going to give him until so that video went out on Wednesday. Today's Saturday. I said it was a 3-day deadline. I'm going to give him till the night. If that doesn't go on tonight, just unfortunately we have to pick somebody else.
yeah, dude. I reached out to 2 people on mine. I was like, what should I do? I just posted in my video that, hey, I'm going to ask Jersey, and Jersey answered my comment before I could even upload a video. By the time the video was out, he was on there. He said, hey, you can just draw again. And then I reached out to RJ, because there was a person who I know had just been going through a lot. And I'm like, I would just give it to him. I would just ship it down to him. And RJ said, hey, man, you can do what you want. It's your channel. So
right.
I appreciated the feedback from both of them. So I thought I'll do the first thing first, and if that don't work, I'll just do the second thing. But Saw Grunt's video, man, he did like 4 videos on them knives that he won, which is awesome. And he was throwing that damn Walmart knife into the his wooden targets out in his yard, and the thing held up. I couldn't believe it.
That Walmart knife, man. I'll tell you, that's no joke of a knife. You sent me one months ago.
Yeah.
I did. I have it right here. I got it right here. Oh, this is how close did I keep it, guys. It's right here.
Jerbs has got his this week. Jerbs did an opening video, the one I sent him.
If you guys get your hands on this, right? If you guys can get your hands on this knife, and I know that it's a Walmart knife, it only costs like $6, right? But I'm going to be the one to tell you, along with other people, this knife can take a beating. This knife can take it. If you want to just get work done and you don't want a fancy knife that you're worried about losing, a $300 knife or even $150 or $80 knife, this $6 knife will get all the work done you need to get done. I brought this on the job with me. This I've dropped it. I've used it. It cut through everything I needed to. $6, guys. $6, and it has that access lock. And once you break in that once you break in that access lock, guys, it's smooth. Yeah.
Yeah, Gerb's. I sent one through customs for him. I'm surprised it made it there, but I just put like camp knife on it, and then I sent a hammerhead, an old plum claw hammerhead that I always pick up old axe and hammerheads anytime I get a chance at like a flea market or something. So
Yep.
I know he likes to rehandle stuff, so I thought I'll just throw that in there and see if he likes it or not. So
yeah. And again, guys, you know about that giveaway. I hate to do that. I hate to have to pick somebody else because I wanted to go to the guy that won. You know, that's what I want. And you know, it's just nothing I can do if people don't reach back. It's beyond my control at that point. So you know, I'll give it a little bit longer. We'll give it till tonight. You know, say midnight, and then tomorrow, you know, I'll just do another drawing. But Redneck Survival, it's still up there, and it's all yours if you can return it. But return the you know, just send me a comment. Let me know where you are, and I'll send it to you.
yeah, and Beefer Baron won North Star knife reviews. He had a drawing earlier today. North Star did, and I watched. He gave away a bunch of stuff. He had a whole ton of shit he was giving away. So Beefer Baron won that. And then I want to talk about Warthog did a giveaway just in the name of myself and Jo, which totally surprised me. You know, because I wasn't expecting it. He didn't reach out to me and tell me. I just, you know, I get notifications for Warthog, Jersey, yourself, you know, just a bunch of other people. Well, I don't get them for you because YouTube hates us being together. Or I don't know what the deal is, but yeah, I clicked on it and then I'm watching. I'm like, you got to subscribe to these two channels, and it was me and Jo, and I'm like, because I kept seeing these subscribers rolling in. You know, Saul Grunt did his video on my giveaway win, and I'm like, all these can't be coming from that. And then I realized it was Warthog did that giveaway. So it was just really cool, and I do appreciate it. I want to tell everyone on here that I do appreciate Warthog doing that in the name of myself and Jo.
That's awesome that you did that.
Yeah,
he's a great guy. Rick, he's an awesome guy.
So, what new acquisitions have you got this week or the past week and a half?
So, what have I acquired?
Yeah,
got the so I actually want to talk the Rough Rider bottle, as you know. 1 second, let me grab it.
Pete, wait till you see this thing. Is it the same one you had the other day?
No, I got the second one in.
Okay, good.
So here's the story, guys. Right, I wanted I've been getting more into the Barlow pattern, and I wanted to get a Barlow, and I wasn't going to go out and get a very expensive Barlow. And Rough Rider's it's a good brand, right? A lot of people, there's nothing wrong with Rough Rider. So I gave them a shot, and this is I got the blue denim micarta Barlow. It's the blue denim micarta. I just want to show you guys real quick the box. So here's the box that it comes in. All right, there's the box. And when I opened it up, the first thing I look at when I look at a knife is I look at the fit and finish. Now everything on here, the bolster, all right, your scale, whatever, you know, and then everything here, your springs, everything is tight. Everything is perfect, just the way I like it. But when I looked at the blade alignment, it's totally off. I don't know if you guys can see that. I don't have my light on right now, but it's touching. They're both touching the scale over here. Okay, like and I'm talking about. It's not just touching it. It's actually when you open the knife and you close it, it's hitting the top.
Oh, yeah.
So, okay.
You can hear it.
Yeah. Then you have to push it back down. So it's not just rubbing. It's actually it's hitting the top, and then you put it back down. That's how bad it was. So no big deal. I'm like, all right, I got a bad one. So I sent it. I'm gonna send this one back. I got it from Amazon. They sent me a new one. It came back in 2 days. And the second one, the same exact problem. Same thing. So this one is also touching. It's not as bad, but it's this one. When you open it, it does get down in there. It doesn't hit the scale, but it still is. It's still touching the lineup. You know, they're just not lined up. So I don't know what's going on as far as, I mean, I just got a couple bad ones, I guess, because I looked online and, there's people they don't have this problem. It's only I think you can get it from SMKW for $15.
Yeah.
Guys, it's a $15 knife, but can you see that line up there or no?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So that's one of them. Um, but like I said, it's a $15 knife. Things happen. I'm still gonna give them a shot. But yeah, I really like. Other than that, I really like the knife itself. The blue denim micarta is beautiful on it. That bolster, it's just a really nice traditional style pattern.
Oh, we're frozen, or he's frozen. Someone's frozen. Oh, it may be kicking him out. Oh, both of us are freezing. What the heck, man? I tell you, I love technology.
We know. Good.
Are you there?
Yeah.
Are you there?
Yep.
Okay, it froze on my end for some reason. I don't know why.
Okay, we're back.
We're back, I guess.
So yeah, guys. Anyways, it's a good knife. It's a good knife. Just got a couple bad ones. I'm gonna send these two back and I'm gonna even try to get another one. I do like the knife. I do like the design. Just got a couple bad ones. It happens, guys. It happens. So it is. It's and other than that, I mean, it's a nice knife. The blades on it. The little pen knife on there.
Oh yeah.
And then you have your let me put this one down here. I will say it's kind of hard to get to that main blade, but it's a nice looking knife.
So I'm wondering, like sometimes different distributors, if you reach out and say, "Hey, I ordered two of the," like if you were to order one from Smoky Mountain and maybe there's an area to put comments in, like, "Hey, I've ordered two of these in the past. Both of them were shit. I had to send them back. Can you please check it before you send it out to me for blade alignment?" And I know DLT will do that, but I don't know about Smoky Mountain, but they may. I mean, if there was a place to put comments.
Yeah, that's a great idea too. And you know where I got these off of was Amazon. I don't think that they're gonna do anything like that.
No.
Because it's just so wide of a, you know what I'm saying? They're not gonna check it. But it's unfortunate, but at the same time, I'm not really the type to complain. I mean, but I will say that I did see some videos, and there were other videos that did have this problem, and then there was a lot that didn't. I think it's just hit or miss, maybe with this style.
Yeah.
But again, guys, it's a $15 knife. I think it's $30 on Amazon, which I should have looked around because I overpaid. But if you look on like SMKW, I think they're like 15 or $16.
Jersey said he'd send you one for free.
Come
on, Jersey. Check it for alignment before you send it. Yeah. No, but that sucks, man. And like I bet Brian at Blue Creek would probably do that for you if you got one from him. Check it before he sends it out to you. He's man, that guy is stand up. He's so honest. He was having trouble. He had that. I don't know if you watch him or watch anything about Blue Creek, but he had this like subscription thing that you pay for. Automatically $30 a month. It charges you, but you get a box of goodies, and there were different levels, like a standard level and then a high grade level up to like $100 and some. But he was having trouble fulfilling those and having trouble from suppliers. But he reached out with one video saying, "Hey, we're having trouble," which is great. You can't beat that out of a business owner.
No.
But then he had to finally just be like, "Hey, I'm having so much trouble. I've got to stop these and refund everybody." So I commend a business owner who realizes that there's a problem, not just with him, but with the suppliers. It's the suppliers getting him the knives and stuff he needs to then get out. So
was this is for Blue Creek, right?
Yeah.
And what's his name again?
His name is Brian. Oh man, you asked me too quick, but I know his name is Brian. I'm sure someone will put it in the chat, but I thought that was really stand up, man, of a company realizing that and saying, hey, it's an issue, and we don't want to be charging people if we can't get the stuff in and then get it to you in a timely fashion. So we're just gonna suspend the program and refund everybody. So
Right, right. I've actually I've heard so many people say such good things about him, Brian.
Yeah.
I watched some of his videos on YouTube. You know, he does like videos for his company for Blue Creek,
Yeah.
and he just seems like such a great guy. I would shop there in a heartbeat.
Yeah. I ordered something from him 4 weeks in a row, and all 4 knives I got were just spectacular. I could, it's those rose crafts, of course.
Oh yeah.
You
Oh
know, it was like them damn things. If you had that in your hand and a GEC in your hand, I don't know if you'd be able to tell the difference. Honestly, they're just so smooth, and the action's so tight on them. It's insane.
it is insane, especially for the money that they're not asking a lot of money for them at all. Very
No,
very short. I shouldn't say cheap, but short money.
look what I got at the flea market last night.
Man, is that the 705?
It's the 703, bud. It's the smaller Stockman.
Yep, I think I have that one.
It's an 88 model.
Yeah.
It's practically brand new. And I want to shout out Doom Crew, Wes at Doom Crew Outdoors. We were just shooting the shit on Instagram. Once in a while he'll run across something and be like, hey, man, check this out. And I was like, I picked up this buck last night, and this thing sat in Lee's case for so long with a price tag on it, the schmutz was stuck on the wood. And I'm like, I don't want to use Gooby Gone because you just don't know what that shit will do to this wood. And he goes, dude, spray it with WD-40. It'll come right off. And I sent him a picture of me spraying. I got my WD-40s right there on my tool cart, on my mechanic's cart. So I got it out and sprayed it. It took it right off. So, man, Doom Crew, awesome job, man, with the feedback on that. But this knife right here, my wife was out there. Me and her were out there last night at the flea market. And yesterday was my birthday. So she was telling Lee that it was my birthday. And I was just looking around. I know I wanted a buck. And he had a 112 with finger grooves in the box with a sheath. Everything was perfect, but on one side of the scales, there was a flaw, like a real bad rub mark on one of the finger grooves. I'm like, dude, I can't buy that for $70 off of you with it being like that. He said, I'll find you one. I'll have it here next month. So hopefully he gets me a finger grooved Ranger next month. But I wanted a buck, so I found this. This thing is perfect. It's never been sharpened, never been used as 88 model.
Can we see that? Can you zoom in on your screen and see that?
Yeah, let me solo. Hey man, we'll use a little RJ trick here and solo.
Oh yeah, that's nice. Yeah.
So it had schmutz on it right here, pretty bad from that. The price tag had been on there for years, because everyone just passes these things by.
I don't know why.
And I knew he had these, but the other ones, someone had run through a damn electric sharpener. So it was all jacked up. The other ones were, and it had the scribed buck on it, the fancy lettering.
Yep.
But someone put it in one of them electric sharpeners and just killed it. But this thing right here, and I want to give a shout out to Knife Delights. I don't know if Mr. Tom even knows that I read this, but we were talking about your stock. Here, let me get off solo here real quick. We were talking about the Case Stockman's blade rub. Well, I was paying attention to the chat like I shouldn't be doing, and he put in there, he's like, Bucks don't do that because they got a triple spring in the back of them.
Right.
And I read that, and I remembered that, and when I was out there and I was looking at this, and it does got a triple spring in the back. So, and it's got the hollow grind. It's got the perfect grinds on it. $20, and he threw in this black little velvet slip because it was my birthday.
That's awesome.
But for $20, bro.
I want to just say that is a great knife. I can't believe that you got that for $20. I mean, is that not even used? It's never been used?
No, never. No, never used, never sharpened it. You could tell it's just brand new.
That's unbelievable.
Do you have one of these, the 703?
No, I don't. I have a
Sean Fleming's in the house. Big shout out to Sean Fleming.
What's up, Sean? So I got a 701, right? Which
yes.
A 701, but this one that I got has a broken main tip, but I still got it. These two blades here, these are fine, but the main blade,
you can fix that. You could probably send it back to Buck and they'll probably fix it.
They probably would be able to. Yeah, they probably would be able to. Let me get it in focus.
Now, is that called the Bronco? I watched a video today before I did my video on that one.
This is called the oh man, I want to say the Colt, maybe.
No, mine's the Colt.
Is yours the Colt?
There's a Pony, a Colt, a Bronco, a Maverick. I had them all written down over here, but I think after I did my video, I threw the paper away. But there's like a horse name for each one of them. There's a yearling. There's a pony, colt, yearling, maverick, and I want to say a bronco, man. I think that might be the bronco. Honestly, I'm not 100% sure though, but
yeah,
through the paper way.
I should be able to think of that. I can't think of that. Yes, you might be right. It might be the bronco. Yeah.
Yeah, they're all horse names, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And it's great to try. And I did a video and I accidentally said that I was watching Slip Joint Guy do the video, and it wasn't. It was Mr. Barlow. So I did put a little tag at the bottom. It was Mr. Barlow who said it because I didn't want to reshoot the whole video. But yeah, Mr. Barlow has all of them. He had them all lined up. And I think the video is like a year old. But it was pretty cool how he had every single one of them lined up. And he's like, this is the colt, this is the pony, the bronco, all that shit. So it was nice.
He has really nice knives. I was watching a video of his the other day, and he was doing a video on how he dyed some of his Barlows.
Yeah.
You know, the handles on him. And he has some, he's a great reviewer. He has some great content.
Yeah.
I was watching some of his when I had like a free minute. I've actually caught some of your videos. I caught the one where Saw Grunt got your package that you sent him.
Yeah, just because I sent that to you directly, though. I think that's probably the only reason you watch it.
The only reason I was able to watch it. But I did. I wasn't give a comment on it at the time. I was like, I got to watch this, and he was so appreciative. That was awesome.
Awesome. He was very and he did more video. I think he did 4 or 5 videos total, just on the pack. You know, just on like he did the package itself, and he did like each individual knife, which was really cool. Next thing, have you got to open what I sent yet, or are you waiting on that?
Nope. So I'm waiting on that because
just use it for content, brother. Don't do it right now.
No, exactly. Let me. Well, I don't want to show this box because it has my name on it.
Yeah, it's got my address on it.
Yeah, I won't. But I have it in the package right here. It has not been opened at all. And thank you very much for sending this to me. Did you talk about it all? What you sent me to any of these guys?
No. I was going to talk about that next, but I want you to wait to just open it, and then you can do like an unboxing video. But that I do want to say that traveling thing is in there that Mr. Knife Delights is sending around. So it's got a really cool thing from Jo in there.
Big J, thank you for sending this over. This here, man, I that's where I sit on the other side. It's sitting right next to me. It's not that I don't want to open this. I just haven't had the time.
Yeah.
This will be open within the next couple of days because everything's starting to slow down now at work. You know, now at work, this is going to be getting open. Thank you very much for sending.
There's some extra swag in there because I got a shitload from Big Red, man.
You're the man. You're the man. You are.
I can't. What am I gonna do with all them stickers? I was like, I hate. I'll just send these to Boston.
Man, no, thank you. And I'm gonna do a review, and I'll be sending it back, and then I have something for you too. So.
Cool.
Because I want to go back and forth with them.
Yeah, I think that's smart because that'll keep our overhead down a little bit. Because I've been buying all this shit for the actual. I've been trying to get more stuff for like my content, like camera. I already had the camera, but the lights and the microphone stand, all that bullshit. So
yeah,
I'm just trying to keep up with that.
But like you said though, if we can send things back and forth, that will help out.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I have plenty to send your way, and it's not an issue. It's right when I go to work. There's a post office right on the way. Yeah. I'll just drop it off. Same
with me. They're all over Champaign. So.
Yep.
Absolutely. I'm gonna give out my address, man. I'm stupid. So let me ask you though: have you thought seriously about rig rundowns, or is that just a no-go? I could see Boston out on the side of the interstate with like a tripod and like a machete or something.
Man,
cold steel out there.
When you said that shit, I was laughing my freaking ass off, man. I was reading it, and I think the first time that you sent it, I might have been on the job. I think I was on the job, and I just started laughing, man. Like, because I'm getting these texts, right, and I don't know who it's from, and I just click on it real quick, and I'm like rig reviews, man. I'm like, who that? And I'm like, oh man, I just started laughing my ass off. And it's so true. Like, imagine me setting up a tripod on the side of the road, and I got a big machete going and stuff, and that'd be hilarious, man.
But there are people. I've watched videos, and because I all kinds of stupid content in there. When I'm laying down to go to sleep, man, I run across the dumbest shit. But there are actually people out there. There's this one female truck driver who she loads like big heavy equipment, you know, on them low boys and shit, and she's got to set up a tripod because it's her like climbing up on the fucking truck bed and like chaining shit down. So you know these people driving by are like, what the hell's going on over here? You know, but
oh man, that's, you know what, I could probably, I mean, with my job, what I do, I don't think I don't really have the capabilities of doing that. But it would be, man, that would be a freaking man. It's just side of the road, just doing a video, put a little chair out there with a tripod and stuff. You know what I mean?
Well, I do. What I do is I got one of them little cell phone holders that attach to your vent, and I just flip that son of a bitch sideways. And they have some that hang from your mirror that you can turn sideways really good, but I just haven't bought one. But I just do that in between like work and the gym because it's like a half-hour drive.
Yeah,
that's when I do that stupid car chronicle stuff. But I, you know, I feel important to give like updates on like what's coming up and stuff like that. Like this week, I'll be pushing really hard that RJ's coming on next week. So
I think that is awesome. What you're doing is awesome. And as far as RJ coming on, I can't wait for that. That's going to be great.
Yeah, I've been watching some of his. Went back and watched his first video, which sucks because you got to scroll all the way down and then you watch that. So when you go back, it takes you all the way to the top again. So you got to scroll all the way back down. But
yeah,
he's got some interesting stuff, and I can't wait to like pick his brain on like and you know, watching his old videos. He's like, you know, I was doing this and then I got that. So I got some questions kind of around that. So that'll be kind of interesting. I want to learn more about him, and he's been very kind to each of us.
He has been, and that's I was just gonna say that, Jay. RJ, he's a great guy. When I went on his channel, man, he showed me, you know, nothing but respect on that channel. Just having me on was a privilege. Was an absolute privilege, and I thanked him numerous times for that, and I still thank him for that. And I can't wait to have him on here. That's going to be awesome. That'll be great.
RJ's got a good idea. He said, do truck stop knife reviews. So go in there and get you a $10 spider knife like I got down here. Then, you know, you whip that son of a bitch out in the truck. And
this, you know, it's kind of funny, but there's actually a YouTuber that would already that name. Yeah.
Well, just steal his jam, man.
Steal his jam.
Yeah. And we already talked about blade swapping kind of, and I want to send you that, the one I got from Whittler I got from Big Red. So the next one, I'll probably send that one out to you. That way you can review that as well.
What I'll do is I'll review this. I'll send that one. Well, then we'll go from there.
Yeah, we'll just keep going back and forth and just use the same box. That way you don't have to buy boxes. I keep all my boxes and just reuse them.
Yeah, just open them so you can repackage them.
Yeah, and the peanuts and shit in there. I just save all that shit out there in the garage, and once in a while I'll get out of control and it'll start falling down. I got to burn some of it, but
even the Amazon packages too.
You know, I save all of them. You have to. You know, when you ship as much stuff as we do, man, it's crazy. And Sean Fleming say, "Hey, Boston, have you ever heard of Albeco?" Here, I'm gonna actually. We haven't done this quite yet, so
there it is.
There we go.
Hey, Boston, have you ever heard of Albeco Fastener? I drove a 30-wheeler for 19 years for them, and it was Newton. It was sold in 2007. I do remember the name, Sean. Yes, I do. From Waltham and Newton. I do remember that name. I can't remember exactly what they did. Can I see that comment one more time?
Yeah. Yep. Let me get it up here.
Yes, I do remember that name. Yeah. Fastener drove. It was near Newton. Yeah, it was near Newton. Yes. I do remember hearing the name. I can't remember exactly where it was, but I know it was in the Newton-Waltham line or somewhere around there. I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but right around Newton-Waltham line. Yes, I do remember that, Sean. And it's great seeing you on here, Sean. He's always commenting and this and that.
Dude, his comments are real positive too, which I like.
Yes.
And here, EL Cap Addict. I think it's good. He goes by EL, or L Cap Addict. I don't want to mess it up, but.
What is a GoPro style spring cleaner might be convenient option, Boston, to give you 20 to it if you decide to get one. Oh man, that's so nice of you. You know what? I will look into that. Look at that. See that? I'll give you 20. Man, thank you so much. I don't need the 20, man. I will buy that, man. But that's just for you to say that, man. That goes to show you how this knife community is, man.
Yeah.
And that's. Man, that is awesome of you. Thank you so much. And you know what? That's a great idea because that's something where I could be kind of I could be hands off. Because you can set up those GoPros in different ways. Where is that what you're talking about, the GoPro? Can I see that one more time?
Yeah. And I don't know if you guys ever seen like One Pug out of Canada. I'm sure Jervs has. That guy, he puts a GoPro on his chest. That guy's an insane nut.
That's a great idea, man. I'm gonna actually look into that because that's something that I could do if I'm hands off. Because a lot of my job is I'm driving or I'm getting out, I'm moving my hands. But if I could do something like that, I'll look into that. How do you say that? Is it El Capit? El Capitat?
El Cap Addict, I think.
Oh, yep. Thank you. Idea. That's a good idea.
Jerbs, have you ever heard of One Pug Life up there in Canada, man? That guy's insane. He just like crushes vehicles in his yard and then takes them to the junkyard. That's what he does for a living.
I'll be right back, Jay.
I gotcha. So, guys, thanks again for everyone who's in the chat blowing it up. Thanks to Jerbs for moderating tonight. I know I see him putting a bunch of stuff up here. And Jersey says El Cap is a fantastic guy. So, yes, he is. You guys we talk about the knife community all the time and how good you guys are to everybody. The comments and stuff, you know, Sean Fleming always comments on, you know, just this big positive stuff. And he actually sent me one comment, I think yesterday or the day before, about, you know, just having good thoughts about mine and Jersey's dog. Because me and Jersey's dogs, man. Jersey, we're going to do something about these dogs, man. I'm telling you, these vet bills are getting out of control, man. So yeah, but you know, to have good thoughts about someone's pets, you know, it's just great. You can't ask for much more than that. It's insane how people just think about, you know, you spread a little bit of your life on here, like, hey, you know, my dog's got ACL surgery. I'm having to pick her up at 4:30 a.m., take her out, you know, so my wife don't have to do it. You know, my wife works hard, so she don't want to have to deal with that before she goes to work doing what she's got to do. So.
Big J, I want to give you some huge credit right now, and I want to say this right in front of everybody, man. See, you guys see me. I just left for a minute. I really am. That's how I'm just getting back to being able to do this right now. It was like a last minute thing. I was trying to get on. I was just been so busy, but he's holding it down while I'm walking out and walking back. Next time around, you won't see me doing this. I'll be, like I said, everything's slowing down. So, guys, I apologize for you know, I haven't had the time to get up stuff. It's just been crazy. But Jay, man, great job. I have been catching your videos, and you're killing it, man. You're killing it. You really are.
It's my hobby, man. I never thought I'd be doing this, but you know, in my older age, I'm able to get a lot more of these knives. So it's fun to share with people. You know, it's finally fun to have someone that you can talk to about this stuff. Where before I never had, you know, all my friends back home still got young kids.
Right.
You know, they can't go out and kind of dive into this stuff as much as I can. And that's understandable. It truly is. When I had young kids, man, in football and doing this and doing that and buying school clothes and computers and bullshit, you know, you can't. Things have got a lot easier, you know. Well, so
it's an expensive hobby too, though.
Yeah,
you know, it really is. I mean, so, and I'm not going to stay on what I was just talking about, guys. I'm back. You guys are going to see a lot more content coming out of me and everything. I'm gonna get off that now. That's behind us. But as far as what it's an expensive hobby. It's not a cheap hobby, guys.
It's Jersey. He'll tell you.
Just at Jersey. I mean. If you guys, I mean, actually, there's ways. I shouldn't say that. There is ways where you can acquire knives, and you can do it with a little bit of money. That's definitely. And you know what? I go that route as well. So doesn't Big J, because Big J goes down the flea markets. And that's actually a good topic to talk about real quick. If you guys can't afford. Because I can't always afford a $250, $300, even $150. That's $150. Can't always afford that, right? So there's ways you can go on eBay. You can go down to flea markets. You can go to there's different options that you do have. But if you know, it does get expensive though. If you're always trying to acquire knives, and it kind of gets expensive. And I'm sure a lot of us here in the community know about that.
Oh yeah. I'm all the time looking for, and like I said, I really like Doom Crew and I like his content, and just because he just seems so down. Like him and Georgia Adventure, they just put me at ease because it just remind me of the good old boys from back home. But Doom Crew actually talks about that. You know how he bids. He explains how he searches on eBay. So it's really good. If you guys want to figure out how to do that, just watch Doom Crew's. It's one of his latest videos, but he kind of explains. You know, he puts in certain search topics and then he narrows the money down because he's got young kids that are in travel ball, man, and we know what that's like. Travel ball isn't. Jesus Christ.
Yep.
You know, hotels and fees and all this and that. And you're eating. They don't even let you bring your own cooler in. You got to eat from the damn concession stand, and that's a fortune in itself. So,
yeah.
So
I want real quick to BC Jerbs, man. He put a comment up, and BC, I'm right there with you, brother. Where you said, you know, coming from that point of view, you know what I'm talking about. And this it says, coming from this point, you two truly helped me be more accountable and a better person. Man, shout out to you, BC Jerbs. Shout out to you big time, man. That's a great accomplishment, man. And I think a lot of people can relate with you. I'm one of them. And there's a lot of guys, especially in the knife community, that can relate with you, that I've heard them openly talk about that. So shout out to you, Jerbs, man. Good for you, man. Keep pushing forward.
And RJ here talking about borrowing knife from friends and family, which is kind of like what we're going to do, you know, with us sending stuff back and forth, you know, just doing a little borrow thing. Then we can use, and like I said, take that Mohawk out, stab it in some tires, do whatever you want with it, because, you know, $37. You guys, and that's another thing. If you're wanting to get into this hobby, look for brands like that. You know, if you do any research on Rosecraft blades, guys, it's high quality stuff and affordable. And here's Jerbs talking about, I think the world needs to go back to the bartering system. I know stuff that others might not know, and you might know stuff I don't to trade knowledge. So like Jerbs talking the other day about putting brakes on his car out in his driveway, which I do that all the time. I don't pay for someone to put brakes on my car. You know, oil change, you know, I got a little Honda CRV. You know, if it's affordable, it's usually $50. I can swing that. But if I got a truck, I'm crawling under it and changing the oil myself. Because for one, I got trust issues, and
I'm not that. And then on top of it, you know, when you do it yourself, you're gonna do the job right.
Yeah. Like you take it some places, man, and I'm not knocking. I think everyone needs to start somewhere.
Yeah.
But man, when they're done, I look over, you know, I go home, I pop that hood, I make sure nothing's leaking out of anywhere. I make sure, you know, my son, he got his done up the road here. It's the same place we'd always went for him. And because he had a little Honda Accord, it's hard to get up underneath that. And I got the ramps, but you got to have two people and all that shit. So he gets it home and he backs, you know, he leaves, he comes back. I notice there's an oil puddle. I'm like, what the hell? He just got his oil changed. Well, I got up in there and the damn plug was finger tight. You know, I'm like,
you could flick it out. You could flick it down.
Yeah, man. So, you know, like I said, everyone's got to start somewhere, but at the same time, double check your work, triple check it if you need to.
Yeah.
You know, just a little advice from someone who's worked on vehicles. Because, you know, growing up in West Virginia, my mom, you know, worked 2 jobs, make a minimum wage. We didn't have the luxury of paying to have automotive work done. It's, hey, boys, go out there and figure it out. And if you can't figure it out, go down the road till you find someone who can help you. And that's what we did.
That's right. You guys want to hear a quick? I'll tell you something on that same page. My brother, he went to get his oil changed. It was one of those quick. I'm not going to name whatever it was, Jiffy or one of those quick ones there. So they drained his oil. They did everything, and they forgot. They didn't put oil in his car. He drove oil in his car. Imagine that.
And then they'll fight with you when you're it's like, hey, one of your dummy techs didn't put oil in my car, and then they're like, oh yeah, he did, you know.
Yeah.
So it's a whole thing. And we got a question here from another West Virginia boy, Tyler Gibson. I got a question for Big J in Boston. How has your collecting or your taste in knives changed since you started collecting?
Good question.
That is a good question.
You can go first, Jay.
I kind of started with case, honestly, because it's really what I knew just from back home. But just watching, I'll tell you what killed me, watching Jersey Knife Guys videos. you know, the Shatton Morgans and the Queens, and realizing when you buy those how kind of pristine they are. So I like venturing outside the case into like Queen country. Old Remington silver bullets. Now, I don't have a silver bullet, but if I could find one that was reasonable, I would pick it up. But the biggest thing that changed for me is what I carry in my pocket daily, and that's a one-handed opening EDC style knife. So pretty much my taste really hasn't changed as far as collecting. I still like traditionals. I've just expanded my taste in traditionals to kind of the Queen lines, like these Winchesters that are made from Queen. But for everyday carry, brother, it's got to be a one-handed opening type knife, and I love that. So that's what I like to carry, hanging out in my pocket. And I just wait for people to ask me, "Hey, what is that?" But they never do. So, what about you, Boston?
Yeah, so that's a great question, Tyler Gibson. Tyler, that's a great question. When I started collecting knives, I actually started from I was watching videos. His name is, and guys, if you ain't subscribed to this guy, I'm not, or whatever, just go check out his channel. He has great content. But check out Tristan Barnett. He goes by his real name, Tristan Barnett. That's the name he goes under. He's the one who actually got me started in collecting knives. He doesn't only collect knives. Man, he does a lot of work on knives. He makes knives. He'll repair your knife. He'll do so much for you, for your knife or whatever. He actually, what he's been doing lately is he's been putting stag. He's been putting stag on like 119s or 120s or whatever knife that you have. So people have been sending him like their bucks, their buck 120s, their buck 119s, and he's putting stag handles on them, man, and sending them back out to them. And he's doing it for short money, man. If you had that professionally, if you went to a company and had that done, that's a lot of money to have that done. He's doing it, man. He's doing it at a reasonable price. But Tristan Barnett, and Sean Fleming knows him really good as well. He's a younger guy, and he collected buck knives. And I got talking to him on YouTube, and I had a passion for buck knives as well. And that's how I started collecting buck knives. What's changed? That's a good question. I would say what's changed is my outlook. Now I'm looking at just different styles of knives, different patterns. Before I wasn't really looking at different patterns. Like now I'm looking at the Barlows. I'm looking at cases. Just I'm kind of broadening my you know what I'm trying to say. I'm looking at a whole different into more knives is I guess what I'm trying to say. I'm not just collecting buck knives. I'm collecting all types now. But as far as a daily carry, it has to be exactly what Big J said. It has to be a one-hand opening knife. And we carry the same EDC, me and you, Jay, the Para 3. But yeah, I just really just getting into different styles of blades and things like that.
Someone sent Tristan. I watched his video the other day, and someone sent him 2 huge slabs of stag. I could only watch a little bit of it. I watched him take it out of the box, and they were just huge, massive slabs. It's cut right down the middle. Yeah. So he's going to make something. I think this guy Cornelius. He always talks about some guy named Cornelius always sending him stuff. Oh, we got Addicted to Blades 2 in the house, and I'm going to talk about him tonight. That sucker sliced a jug the other night. Addicted to Blades.
He's awesome, man. I'm watching him whenever I get a chance. I see his shorts. Addicted to Blades too, man. He's slicing over there. That guy's awesome.
I actually got notes to talk about him, and it says Addicted to Blades slicing vid, a jug of water with a katana, and he got 15 slices out of it. 15 slices out of one jug. That's freaking insane, man. And he's just out there and he's in this frozen tundra out here where I'm at. He's just a little further west than I am. Oh, we got the Saw Grunt in the house, man. He's been throwing that Walmart knife, and the son of a bitch hadn't blown up on him yet. So God bless you, Saw Grunt.
What's up, Saw Grunt, man? Hey, Saw Grunt, by the way, man, that was an awesome unboxing you did of Big J's knife.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed watching that. He just came on, right?
He just came on, and it's something we talked about earlier, Saw Grunt. So if you go back and watch this live, we really talked about it earlier about how the videos you put out were great, man. And he put out more than one. He put out like 4 total videos, just the stuff he won. So he did the unboxing, which was awesome. You know, I had it all wrapped up nice, and he's like, "This guy knows how to package." I'm like,
Yes.
"Yeah, man." Because when I receive shit, I don't want it just willy nilly in there floating around. So,
I've seen that. I've seen that whole unboxing. He did a great job, man.
yeah, and you could tell he was very appreciative, and it was his first case knife. So I'm excited that, you know, because the other stuff in there, you can get that other crap anywhere, but you know, for someone's first case knife, you know, and a mini trapper had the half stop, so I thought it was a decent little giveaway package, and you got a nice one going too. If the guy just and what kills me about yours is it's a guy who used to watch our content
Yeah. So
constantly.
yeah, what happened with him, and it's not so much that he doesn't want to watch our content. It has nothing to do with that. He kind of just he I think he just started a new YouTube channel with doing other things. So he was doing knives. Maybe he's still doing a little bit of knives, but I think he's doing more fishing and things like that now. So I
Yeah,
don't think on the knife side of it so much anymore. But I'm not sure. He was making a bunch of videos, then he just kind of wasn't making many anymore. So I don't think he's on YouTube like that anymore. I think he might have just ran across my channel that day and commented real quick, and he's just not
yeah.
checking comments. But like I said, that giveaway, I'm still looking out for you to comment, man. I still got the stuff right here, and can send it your way anytime. So we'll give you, it's been 3 days now, and we'll go on to the next one after tonight.
Yeah, um I even went to his about page to see if he did have an email address, and I was going to tell you what it
Yep.
was, but he don't have an email address in his about page because a lot of people do. You just got to click on it and it'll bring it up.
Right.
So,
Right.
well, we got Jeff Denon in here, man. Hey, Big J, been a long time. Never thought I'd see you on here. Great content. Never knew there's such a selection of knives. Would be a great hit. Great to hit the gym with you someday. That's cool. That's
That
my cousin.
that who you were talking about earlier?
No, this is a different. No, that's the body beatdown. That's kind of what I want to talk about next. You know, have you been? And I know you ain't been on here a lot lately. Have you been watching any different creators yet? In the last week or so, or anyone to come by you that you're like, oh shit, slow the brakes. I got to watch this guy.
Actually, yeah. Well, I like you said, like we were talking about earlier. I have not been on here a lot, but that's all going to change. But anyways, Mr. Barlow, he had great content. The other day, I was on my, I was taking like a 15-minute break at work, and I was going through YouTube a little bit, and I seen because I was getting the Barlow in, so I was checking out his content on the Barlow. He has some great content, Mr. Barlow. If you guys don't know about him, man, check out his content. It's really good, really good. He's very knowledgeable too.
Well, he's the one that had the video on these things that he had the whole set, and I was like, God dang it.
Yeah.
But then I said the wrong name, but I did put his thing in there. So, but if anyone's into lifting or being positive around gym stuff, the body beatdown, I try to watch as much as his stuff as I can because he's cranking out Motley Crue in the background. And it gets me pumped up. But
Yeah.
Richter Knives, I want to talk about that guy a little bit. He's kind of new to the community. I think he's only maybe got 100 subs, maybe, but I don't know who was talking about him. Someone was talking about him on a YouTube channel, and thought let's go over and check it out. And he had a really good video of how he cleans up old blades. So Richter Knives, guys, go over there and check him out. He is good. Just has some decent down to earth content. And today he put out a video of his first real knife he had bought, and man, he had sharpened that thing down to it was a old timer. Trapper, but it had tweezers and a toothpick that went into the end of it, similar to the Victorinox.
Victorinox.
And I never seen an old timer that had tweezers and toothpicks in them like that. So, guys, go over and watch his content.
That's pretty interesting. You're talking about an old timer that had that, really?
Yeah, an old timer trapper.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah, it took me by surprise watching it at the gym, and I'm like, "What the hell? I've never seen." You think you've seen everything,
right?
And then someone has something like that, and you're like, "Golly!" And he got it at Walmart when he was like, he actually talked about it. I think he was like 17 or something. He was roofing houses for his uncle.
Yeah.
So
yeah, good from Sean, real quick. I just not to interrupt, but I just wanted to. He actually just put a comment up, and he said, "Hey guys, what do you?" Hold on one second.
Here, I'll put it up on the screen.
Okay. So Sean Fleming, what's your opinion about buying imitation knives like Counterfeit, Benchmade, and Spyderco for people like me who can't afford the real ones? Very, very good question. I have my input on that. Big J, I want to ask you what's your input, and then I'm going to go next.
I've never bought one, and I don't think I would. Before I did that, I would probably get a Rosecraft or a Rough Rider or something like that to support maybe a U.S. because guys in the U.S. are designing those, even Civivi. So I would go down that hole first before I bought one of those. And a lot of people get tricked by those because people put them damn things on eBay and then get, like, say a kid gets a bunch of birthday money. He gets $200. He sees a 940 on eBay for 130 or 120. He buys it. He gets it. He's at home flipping it. It breaks. He sends it into BitchBay, and they're like, we threw it in the trash because it's a Fugazi.
Yep.
So me personally, I would stay away from it and support an American designer first. That's just my opinion, though. I mean, what about you, Boston?
Yeah, so I have the same opinion as you, and I wanted to bring that comment up. And the reason is because it's not so much of the knife. Well, it is the knife, but just like Jay just said, right? So Sean, you're getting the materials are not anywhere the same. They're not anywhere the same. So let's put a Spyderco Para 3, right? Spyderco Para 3. Mine's somewhere, but we all know do you have yours right there, Jay? All right. You got the S45 VN on that one?
Yep.
So, for example, Sean, you got the S45 VN on that blade right there. Okay, you have your G10 handles. You know what that material is. Now, when you buy the fake, it might have G10, but that blade, it might say S45 VN, but it's not. It's probably something like 440C or something like that. I just personally, I go with Jay. I don't like the idea of faking people. That's what I don't like. Now, is that to say that a Chinese knife isn't as good as an American knife? That's not always the case, because it's really not always the case, because there are very good Chinese knives, like Jay was just saying, like Civivi. There are so many good Chinese knives coming out today. It's not like 20 years ago. It's not like 30 years ago where you pick a Chinese knife up and it would break in 10 seconds. It's not like that anymore. There's a lot of good Chinese stuff, but I just don't like the idea of faking people out. I'm not about that. You'll never see me do that on my channel. I'm not about that, and I wouldn't do that personally. I think you should go down the road. If you want something similar to it, look for something similar. Like Jay said, a Civivi. Civivis are great knives, man. They're great knives. Just look for something similar where the manufacturer is being honest, and go that route.
And RJ just put up QSP, makes some great knives that are affordable. I don't own a QSP, but I see them on there all the time. And it's just a rabbit hole I haven't went down. But there's so many brands out there, man. And I'm telling you, if you want something strong that you're going to be able to take and jab into anything, the freaking Mohawk, man. I'm telling you, Scab says it all the time. He uses it to set up his videos. And I was surprised at how – now, the only thing is it's a little, the flipper – and I'm honest, the flipper tab – unless you put wrist action behind it, it isn't that strong if you're just using a finger. Where Civivi, the blade's smaller, so it flips out nice and easy. And you'll see the Mohawk when you open it, but it has a couple different deployment options. But that thing right there, I'm talking zero blade play, stronger than a junkyard dog. And I was out there jamming it into tires and jamming it into trees, and you can't even tell I'd done it. Like when you open it, you're going to be like, "What do you mean he was jamming this into?" And it's going to be a little dull because I've used it, but you got that. Just put your own little, tune it up with that work sharp you have. But
on that same note, I was actually on the job the other day. I got a knife just like that. Not the same brand, but on the job the other day, and a coworker came up to me and he's like, "Hey, I know that you have a YouTube channel. You get knives. You love knives. This and that." He goes, "What do you think of this?" Right. So he found this on the job the other day. Right. This is this pretty good, right? Really good looking blade. Good looking knife, and I've never seen anything like this before. So I'm like, "Yeah, man." I'm like, "What do you want to do with it?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "I know that you have your knives on YouTube," and so I got it off him, right? And I researched it, and it's I usually don't buy these, but it's a Smith and Wesson, right? And all I'm trying to say is this knife here, it's a great knife. It's a Smith & Wesson. It only costs $20. It costs $20. But this knife right here, like we were just talking about, you can get so much work done with this knife. So, and this is kind of like what you were saying, Jay. The reason why I said this, like you were saying with the Mohawk. So you have your flipper tab here. What he was trying to say is when you hit this flipper tab, nothing really happens, right? Because it's a big blade on this. You got to really put some, it's hot, some wrist into that. And I think that's what Big J was just trying to get at with the Mohawk. Maybe the Mohawk isn't as bad as this, but to answer both questions real quick, there's a Civivi, right?
Yeah, Civivi Elementum.
Go with a Civivi. So Sean, go with something, and then there you go. Civivi.
I mean, I'm not sure what these run. This was the very first. I think this was like kind of like their first introduction model of the Elementum. It don't have thumb studs. It doesn't have the button. It's just a simple liner lock with a flipper tab. And I think I gave $45 for this.
What's
that?
What's the handle material?
That's micarta. I always go with green canvas micarta because I'm a junkie for it. But and you can get these in all kinds of different. They have copper scales. They got all kinds of different scale options that you can get. Blade HQ's got a pretty good selection of them. But Blue Creek has Civivi as well. Now, I'm going to tell you the prices on them are going up a little bit just because I think they're so popular now. But Georgia Adventure is saying $52. So, I mean, guys, you're going to get D2 steel, hollow grind. This son of a bitch, you can sharpen this, and I'm talking, you're going to shave your beard with it. It's one-handed deployable. I don't know if I said this or not, but deep pocket carry, which is a must for me. I like it to ride deep because I would hate to something happen and my knife come up out of my pocket and lose it. And, you never want to lose a knife. But, I mean, if you're wanting an entry-level blade, there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, and like I was saying before, if you buy that counterfeit stuff, it might make it in the wrong hands. It might make it on eBay, and it might make a kid's Christmas really bad. I would just try to stay with. And I think RJ was saying that Spyderco even has their bird line, which is their an entry level line. So,
yep. Another couple of good knives, real quick, is the this one here is put out by Kaiser. If you guys want a really really cool knife that has many different deployment options, this is one of my favorite ones. This is the Kaiser Hiccup.
I'm going to solo you real quick.
Yeah. So if you guys want something that is affordable, that is a really good knife, this is the Kaiser Hiccup. This knife, man, has so many deployment options. So it's actually a button lock there. You have your flipper tab here. This not the thumb stud. You can take this thumb stud off. But this has so many deployment options. Just a fantastic knife. You can kind of spider flick it there. And then you have that button. I mean, look at the action on this. It's just, and again, this is a Chinese knife, guys, and that's what I was just trying to say is you can get some really, really good knives from China, from wherever, but go with something that's being honest. Can't hear you.
It helps if I unmute my mic. God, I'm dumb. But El Cap Addict says Cold Steel is great if you're looking for a hard use knife. Now, I don't own any, but I know that you do. And then Georgia Adventure, SOG has stepped up their game, which they really have. I mean, if you watch SOG Grunt. And then you got Syncut, which Syncut, I believe, is the level below Civivi. So you got Syncut, Civivi, then Wii. Yep. Wii is going to cost you some money. Civivi is going to be affordable. Syncut's entry level. You got a kid who's wanting to get into the game a little bit, and he's probably going to lose this thing. So let's just go with that. So,
yeah, guys, and Cold Steel, like he just said, Cold Steel has some fantastic knives, man. Fantastic knives.
And then Jerbs is saying, Mr. Mimo sent me a link to a Spyderco with wood scales. It's just so nice looking, but with the beauty comes price. They want $260 for it. But if you want quality, you got to pay. That's very true. But I think you can still get some decent quality for under $100. I mean, we look at Rose Craft, we look at Civivi, Sincut, all them brands. So Petrified Fish is another. RJ is coming up with all these, man. He's on top of it tonight.
Yeah, I mean, and I understand what Jerbs is saying. Yeah, if you pay for an expensive, what did he say that was, $260?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to get those good materials, you know, $260, $300, $400 knives. You're going to get those good materials. He's right. You do get very good material and you know, for the price. But I do think that we are living in a time where you can get also some good knives for shorter money as well. And, you know, I could name a bunch of different brands right now where you're going to get some good knives for the money. And I think we just named
yeah.
But yeah, we're living in a time where you can get some, you know, some good budget-friendly knives and really have some good material there and good action for short money, guys. You really can.
Yeah, I really like. I think you're going to be impressed with the Mohawk. I think it may be, you know, it's big and it's heavy, but I like that. But I just want your opinion. I can't wait to see what you think of it because I'm just, you know, I'm like a damn kid at Christmas with this knife stuff.
That's in this pack.
Yeah, it's in there. Oh yeah.
Let me just say this real quick. I have been dying to open up this. You don't know. You have, because me, I'm like a kid in a candy store. I can't wait to like open things and especially knives, man. That's my hobby.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna show the addresses and stuff, but I have been dying to open this up, guys. I have been dying to open this up, and that just goes to show you that, you know, trying to manage different things, but it's all coming, guys. So.
And Georgia Adventure said he paid $100 for his bug out 3 years ago. They're $144 now, but I think it's because all these guys putting up YouTube videos on them. That don't help either. Us doing these videos.
We don't get any better.
Yeah, it just keeps driving up price. Look at these idiots buying all these knives, and they're putting out YouTube videos on them, giving us free advertising. But you know, I want to talk again next Saturday. We got RJ coming on. I'm really excited about that. So, guys, getting these guys on who have been pivotal in me and Boston kind of getting into this it's important to us to show them appreciation and to give back to them because, man, them guys done a lot for them. You know, I couldn't believe this community when we started doing this on how everyone's like, hey, you want to come on my live? Hey, you want to do a channel chat? Hey, let's get together and do a live. And I'm expecting, you know, I'm kind of a hidden guy. You know, I'm never wanting to get out and do a lot because I'm all the time in my garage working on knives and stuff. So it's kind of refreshing.
I was so happy when you went along with what we were talking about, Jay.
Yeah. Yeah, it helps me get out of my comfort zone a little bit. And I've been trying to do that a lot more lately, even with the knives I'm buying. You know, like I only own one wooden handle knife besides this one, which is absurd. So on Wood Wednesday, I got one knife I could show. So I'm trying to, you know, I'm really am trying to do, and like the slip I got from Jo, you know, just having the fish put on that, and you guys will see my video. It'll have a little slideshow on why I picked a fish on the front of that, and I almost cried making it. So I hope you guys enjoy it. You know, don't make fun of me.
That thing right there looks awesome. That looks dynamite. I cannot.
Oh yeah. Wait till you see that sheath that's in that box there. That there's a Jo sheath in that box that you have there for the traveling thing. So you'll be highly impressed.
I'm going to be going through Jo for some sheaths as well. So
very quick.
Yep.
And what was nice was he did a video and explained everything on the video, and then he sent some swag, which I always, you know, I love the swag. I already got his decal on my mat here, so
absolutely. You know, guys, I want to talk to you for a minute, just real quick. Just if I can take a second just to say this, but we still have a bunch of people in the house, right? We still got some people in there.
Yeah, we got 15.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you guys for really supporting us and being here. I mean, it means a lot. It really does. It means a lot to me and Jay. I mean, I know we said this in the last one. We probably said it in the live before that, but I want to take the time again to say thank you so much for being here and supporting us. This is new for us. This is new for us, guys. We haven't been doing this for even months, years. We haven't. This is brand new, man, and we already have people in here, and and listening to us. And my question to you guys, other than saying thank you, I have a question for you guys. What would you, and leave it in the comments, what would you guys like to see more of out of our live? That's the question that I have for you guys. So, would you like to see us, showing more knives? What would you guys like to see more out of this live? And we'll be happy to do that for you guys.
And that was funny because I got that wrote down to talk about next. I'm asking, like what is it you guys want to see? You want to see us handle more knives? You want to just get more? Jersey says more women.
Yeah,
I can't, Jersey. She's all tired after working all day. Addicted to Blade wants to see us use our blades, which I definitely need to get outside more.
Yep.
So that's definitely coming. If I'm out in my yard swinging a katana, the police are probably going to be coming. So,
same here.
I do got a privacy fence so high, but I got a little kid park like right on the other side of my fence.
But you know what? That's a good. Who said that?
Addicted to Blades too.
Yeah, that's a good idea. And this summer, see, it's freezing where I am right now. I'm up north. I'm in the Northeast. It's all ice and snow. But as soon as that nicer weather hits, that's on the agenda. I'm going to be outside using a lot more of my blades.
Yeah, Jerb said more steel and playing and using the blades would be nice. Hey, I agree with that. Do you guys like watching people make axe handles and stuff like that? I did put up a little video, I think a week or two ago, of me shaping a hatchet handle. So, I love doing that. I do it a lot when the weather's nice and I can get in my garage and I'll be out there sweating and sweat just pouring off of me. And it's just a great, for me, like sharpening and doing that stuff, it puts me in like a mental, what's that called? Meditation
state.
Yeah, where I'm just like, that's all I'm thinking about. I'm not thinking about this or that or hopping on live or going to the store to get bread or I'm just focused. I'm just honed into just doing that. And especially if the camera's there, I'll be talking to the camera, just saying the dumbest stuff ever.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. 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 What you're doing is you're enjoying your hobby.
Yeah. Georgia Adventure said, try spoon carving. I've never tried that, but that would be interesting. And it'd be fun. I think I go down to the Amish country and get me one of those little carving things from down at the antique store down at the Amish country.
I watched a video on that the other day. It's funny that he just said that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And Addicted to Blade says nothing box. I don't know what that means. Let's see what Jerbs is saying here. It's kind of a long one.
So BC saying, I absolutely hear you, Mr. Boston. My hands are beat up from boxing, so the cold, damp weather needs to go so I can get out there too. Yes, sir. Yep, absolutely. I mean, it sucks, man. It's because you're up. BC's up in Canada, right?
Yeah, I think he's out west.
Yeah, yeah, man. It's I'm up in the Northeast, United States, man, and it's all ice and snow out here. So, we just got like 13 inches the other day. But you know about that a lot more than I do, I'm sure, being in Canada. Even you, Jay, where you are, man, you're getting it too, where you are.
Oh yeah, and wind's blowing. Like you see, Addicted to Blades too. He's outside and he's like hovered up with because the wind just the wind just never. It seems like it never stops, and I hate it. But yeah. He's out there doing it. And he's doing more than I am outside. So I'm out there usually with the chickens or the dog but I usually don't get home till late. I usually don't get home till like 6:30
from work.
Yeah, I get up at about 4:30. Then I work all day, and then I go straight to the gym, and then I get home about 6:30, I'd say. And then after I eat, dude, I'm down.
That's the same. That's my same schedule. That's pretty much what I get. Yeah, by the time I'm settled in, it's like 6:30, 7 o'clock.
Yeah, it's I'm so tired that by the time Friday rolls around, guys, I'll tell you what, I did those videos. If you see my videos from last week, I did those videos, I think, on a Friday night. And I was so tired that I was just, I felt like I was out of it just making the videos because I was just so, you're just so tired. You don't even know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just made 2 videos. I didn't know. I should even upload them, honestly. But they turned out decent.
There was actually two YouTubers that, or two content creators, whatever you want to say, that made a video about that. One was Scab, and who was the other guy there that made a video about? I think it was somebody else that made a video basically about if you want to be a YouTuber, if you want to create content, you know, it's a grind, guys. It is,
Yeah.
you know, if you're trying to get that balance, you know.
Yeah, it's I don't know. That's why I try to pre-record my stuff. Usually on like a Saturday, like today, I did 2 videos, but my wife worked all day, so I was able to like just kind of go to the gym, get home, eat, and then just do those 2 videos without much distraction other than these dogs. So and one dog's still crippled up. So
how's it going, Jay?
Oh, she's rehab. I mean, she's getting better, but it's just it's like a human when a human has ACL surgery. It's like 3 months. So. But who has one of these things?
Can't see. Can you go solo on that?
Yeah. I figure we'd show a knife. We've been talking. We've been him-hawing around. Who has a Grizzly Ridge? And who likes it? And who likes like a recurve? Oh, shit. A recurve type blade?
I don't like a recurve blade, but I love that knife.
Yeah, I actually want to send this in and tell him to take that out of there and just give me a straight style grind on this thing. And I'd like it a lot more. Of course, I put a deep pocket carry. I always put a deep pocket carry on all my knives, but it's just like a Benchmade Hunt Series type knife. I don't know if anyone's got any of those, but I figured I'd show one.
That's the Civivi Grizzly?
No, it's a Benchmade.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know where I got that. Benchmade? Okay.
Yeah, Grizzly Ridge. S30V, I believe. Yeah, S30V. It's a smooth acting little knife. Well, it's not little, but
it's a nice. I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Here's one that a lot of people have, right? If you guys are looking for a very good, even Sean, maybe you already have this, but if you guys are looking for a great beginner's knife, right here, go with the rat.
Oh, yeah.
This knife right here, and I know that this is all over YouTube already, but if you guys are looking for a great beginner's knife, right? Or even just a cheap knife. I shouldn't say cheap because it's not cheap as far as material, but not an expensive knife, an inexpensive knife. Right here, guys. The Rat 1 or the Rat 2. This, man, I've had this for so long now, and I have beat the crap out of this thing. This is the Rat 2. I don't know, man. I can't break it. It just, not that I'm trying to break it. That's not what I mean to say, but it holds up. And Sean, and there's another point to answer your question, man. Go with something that's being honest. Rat 1 or Rat 2, great knife.
Yeah, those are all over. I notice a lot of people use those as like the standard, like Nick Shabazz. Like if he gets a new knife in, I think he uses the Rat 2 as like, hey, here it is compared to the Rat 2. You know, he kind of, it's like his standard, like, here's the original. Is that OS 8 or D2?
This is the OS 8. So it's not the D2. I could get the D2, but I've had this for so long. They didn't even have the D2 out when the OS 8 was still out. You know what I mean? When this one first. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, those are very affordable. I think you can probably get one in D2 for what, $35, maybe even 30. I don't know. I know they're very, very affordable blades, and they're well made.
Yep.
You don't really hear anything bad about them. They're usually like a Civivi or something.
They're great knives. They're a great knife for short money, and that a lot of people, they compare them on their reviews.
And Gerbs wants to know who makes them. They are actually made by Ontario.
Yep.
So I'm going to have to plug this computer in real quick. But guys, we love the feedback that we're getting from everybody. Love the questions. And I definitely need to pick up a Rat 2. I've been meaning to do that. I probably got loud right there, but I've really been meaning to pick up a Rat 2. But every time I got it on my mind, I'm going to pick something up, I go down a stinking rabbit hole, like the Rosecraft rabbit hole. I went down that, and then now I want to buy more bucks because I feel that a lot of people I'm communicating on YouTube with have a lot of them, and I want to be able to hold my own in a conversation about them, and so I'm trying to pick up more of those. So.
Yeah, they're great knives. They're great knives.
And affordable.
They're affordable. Yeah. Here's another couple, and you guys all know about these, but if you're looking for some budget knives, You know, you always can go with the Spyderco Tenacious, right? Great budget knife, guys. You know, and I'm just trying to show a few budget things. We always show things that are more expensive. Here's some budget stuff. You know, the Spyderco Tenacious, great knife. I'll tell you,
I got the Delica, but I mean, this isn't for everybody. I know it's not for me, but it might be for somebody else.
Yep.
You know, I'm just more into like fidgety style, and this is hard to fidget with for me. Just it may be my hands, I don't know, but that's another good option. I think you can get those for right at $90 probably. But I mean, they're sharp and they hold a good edge, and man, you'll be shaving with that thing.
Here's one here. This is a great knife. This is the this is on Spyderco's. I put up lanyard on this, but this is on Spyderco's budget line. This is called the Spyderco. Oh, now slipped my mind. My God. Here's the B. Go on the budget line, but anyways, this is the great, fantastic knife from Spyderco. It's only, you know, short money, guys. You know, just more budget stuff. Trying to think of the name, I can't remember it. Great action, great knife. You know, you can't beat it, and that's what I mean. There's great stuff for short money.
And Kevin Kirk, you're not a loser for not owning a Spyderco. I didn't own a Spyderco for a long time, but don't ever think it like that. I mean, whatever you have, man, you're more than welcome to join our group, bud. Because trust me, I wasn't always having this stuff, and I was having to pick up stuff that was $30-$40, and just had to keep piling that stuff up until I got into a situation where I'm at now, where, well, you know, I got one kid gone, the other one's basically gone. You know, he works his own way through college, which is awesome. He's doing a great job. So, I mean, you'll get there. Don't worry about it, man.
Man, you'll never hear that on our channel, man. You'll never hear that, man. We all started out with something, man, and you know, rock what you have, man. Rock what you have.
I had to pick up a bunch of stuff like this. Like when I was in my 20s and 30s, I just had to pick up, you know, I go to the flea market and I would just look around till I would find something like this right here. It's a Case Texas Jack, but this is a CV model. So I just picked up a bunch of stuff. Like this. You know, I just focused on just some basic Case stuff and stockpiled, you know, not a bunch of it, you know, just
real
enough
quick
to get me by. You know,
real quick, Jay.
Yo.
Let me just show this. Can you show this comment? Because I want to show people this. Tyler Gibson wrote Boston. I think that was a Spyderco Ambitious. That is what it is.
Yep. Got it right here.
If you guys like a really good blade, this Spyderco Ambitious, this was one of the first Spydercos that I got. And let me tell you, this Ambitious is awesome. This is a fantastic blade, guys. Really good blade. Spyderco Ambitious, yes. Thank you for reminding me of the name of that. This knife is awesome. This will get everything you need done. Great action on it. Fantastic knife.
And here's RJ. He says he loves the Texas Jack. I actually got two of those. I got a, what year is this? This is a 01 model, the one I just showed. And then I have a beautiful, I'm talking beautiful 87 model.
Oh, man. You got an 87 model?
Yeah, that's what this is right here.
You know, that's my favorite year, brother. I love those years. I love that year.
I can't really get it to show, but it's got the lightning bolt S, but this thing right here is kind of it's real pretty. It's a beautiful knife. So yeah, it's.
Jay, can you put that on solo?
Yeah, hold on just a second.
Oh yeah, now you can see it. That's a beauty. That is a nice knife.
I'm trying to get it to focus. My son said this is a good camera, but again, I'm trying to get the year to show. I just don't think it's going to, fellas. But yeah, it's an 87 model. It's in pretty good shape for the year.
Great knife. Great looking knife.
You know, I just picked up a bunch of stuff like that and I get a lot of that stuff. If you guys watched my short from last night, I walked around the tables at the flea market, and let's see what BCJ. My first knife I got in recovery was a gift. I want to put this up here because My first knife I got in recovery was a gift from my wifey, and it was $70 Schrade, 37 fixed blade.
My first knife I got in recovery was a gift from my wifey, and it was a $70 Schrade, 37 fixed. That's awesome, BC man. Yeah. Congratulations on that too, brother. That's awesome. Love that. Love hearing that. Yeah, a lot of people in the knife community that are in the same position. Love that, man. Keep on pushing, brother.
And since we're talking about budget, here's Michael Morgan. He always puts up good quality comments. So here's some other brands, and he's actually got the models up here. So all good budget picks.
Yep.
I know that Big Red. I think he talked a lot about the Kubies. Big Red, and there's also that other guy, Knives Fast.
Yeah,
I don't know if anyone watches his content, but he goes live like every day. So yeah. Georgia Adventure, I got one of those yellow 1095 carbon ones. Doom Crew actually, he reached out to a bunch of us and was like, "Hey, you guys better go over and get these real quick," because they were on eBay, and a bunch of us went over and got some thanks to Doom Crew Outdoors. So big shout out to him again.
Question for you guys: and I know that I mean, I love this brand. I absolutely love this brand. Here's a very inexpensive brand, right? But a fantastic knife. The Morris, right? So
I got what I want to show too. I just got it last night, so I'm gonna solo you.
So what I want to say, guys, right? I've had people that dog these. I've heard people that dog these, and if you don't like them, hey, I'm all about your personal opinion, man. Do your thing. But for me personally, right? These Morris, and I know that a lot of people know about them. These are fantastic. I when I get a knife, I use that knife. I really do, except for some of the more expensive buck knives. They're more in my collection, but 90% of my knives I use, right? Man, these Morris, man, with that Scandi grind, these are fantastic blades. Put it in the comments if you own one, if you like it, if you don't like it. If you don't like it, that's perfectly fine. But these are just great knives. And you know what I actually use some of my Morris for is cutting things in the kitchen. If you could use this as a kitchen knife, man, or you could use this whatever the heck you want to use it for, man. But these fantastic knives, guys. Sean, I actually seen a video of Tristan Barnett. You gave him a ton of Mora knives. Sean Fleming, I think you gave him like 10 Mora knives, man, for his birthday or something. You're a great guy for doing that. But yeah, Mora. Yep.
So my wife last night at the flea market, when she was talking to Lee, she loves these basic 511s, and he's got a ton of them. He's got these pretty collars, and she got a couple of them and gave me one of them too for my birthday. So
can I see that? Pull that out again. That
it's the Carbon Mora 511.
That's awesome.
It's in this blue. I'm not sure what color they call that, but hell, I still had this brand new one in my box. But I throw them in the car because if someone breaks in my car and steals my car knife, you're out what, $10, $10 or whatever. I think he sells them out at the flea market. He's got to make a little money.
Yeah.
So he sells them to us 2 for $20, which ain't bad. I'll give him $20 any day of the week for those. So
yeah.
And the saw ground, he's got one now thanks to the giveaway. But Sarah, my wife, she loves using them in the kitchen. And when we butcher a deer or a hog, it fits her hand and she feels safe with it.
Yep.
Big long blade. So she loves using the basic 511 anytime we do stuff like that.
I'm going to read a few of these comments here real quick.
Yeah.
So real quick, let me just get to it, guys. Let's just go. Let's start where it all starts here. Mike Curtis, great knife. Saw grunt. I've got one now. That's the one from you, Big J.
Yeah.
Yep. I've got one now. Saw grunt, Jersey knife guy. He said, nope, they're great knives. Yes, they are. Dwayne Letterman, Mora is great. RJ's knives, nothing wrong with a Mora. You got that right. Georgia Adventurer, I have one in my fishing kayak. Yep. Don C, I've had so many Moras. I even buy blanks, make handles for them. Best gift knife, man. That's awesome.
They are. I gave one to all my kids. Everybody. I'll go out there. I'll buy a bunch of them. Just like them. I'll just buy them and give them to people. I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah,
spread the love.
Paul, I don't want to. I can't. Best remember, but Paul says perfect for the truck or tackle box. Man, that's he leaves his in his car, like you just said. They're great bushcraft blades. Jersey Knife Guy, you're so man. They're fantastic blades. Actually, seeing some names on here that I haven't really ran into. I haven't seen names, man. I never say this, but guys, if you want to see more of this, subscribe, guys, to BigJ's Knives, man, to myself. We got plenty of content. We love seeing new people, and it helps our channels as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna put Sean's comment up here because he gets those at a store and they're $7.99 each, that's basically what they cost. So yeah, you can get them. They're very affordable.
Yep. Yeah, I bought those Moors at a Sierra store. They were clearance for $7.99 each, Moor of $5.11. Yep. I seen that, Sean, where you gave those just listening tonight, wanted to say hello. Hey, what's up, J.O., man? J.O., man. I actually have one of your sheets that Big J sent me to not his new one, not the new one, but a pass along one that maybe he can talk about. But I'm going to be looking at one of your sheets in the next 1 to 2 days here, and I'm going to be getting some off of you as well.
And J.O., we talked earlier about the sheath you made me and sent to me. It's beautiful. I made the video today. It'll probably be up Monday or Thursday of next week. I explained why I had the fish put on there, and there's a little slideshow, and it's just pictures of me and my boys, but it's something special to me because, when your kids get older, man, it's, and you're used to taking them fishing all the time, so it's just great. And here's another budget. I actually won this from Jersey Knife Guy, but if you're into maybe a traditional looking knife, and maybe, you don't want to drop $50-$60 on a case, you can get these Uncle Henry's right here. It's a canoe, 2-blade, double spring, which I like the double spring back because a single spring canoe can get funky with opening both blades and stuff. But yeah, I'm not sure what these run, but
I hate to say. Can I see that on the solo? It comes in so much better on the solo.
Yeah, hold on just a second.
There you go.
Uncle Henry. It's got the Stagalon handles. And like I'm saying, if you're looking for something that this camera, man, it just won't. If you're looking for something that looks traditional but maybe is a little more affordable, I won this on Jersey Knife Guy's giveaway, so I keep this kind of close to heart.
That's awesome.
So I got the box. I'm a box junkie, and I gotta do this because when my drawers go shut, the knife slides right off the top, so I rubber band them. So Jersey, I just wanted to show that and make sure I tell you that I appreciate that a lot, man. And Jerb loves canoes. Let's get us back on double action here.
Yeah, talking about the Uncle Henry's, I've been to Walmart like we all have a bazillion times, right? And I've never picked up an Uncle Henry out of Walmart. But about, I don't know, what was it, Jay? Maybe a week and a half ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You sent me a picture of it, yeah.
Yeah. So we've all seen this knife over at Walmart, man. And like I said, I've walked by it a bazillion times and never picked it up. Can you go solo on this one, Jay?
Sure can.
Guys, this knife here, right? Fantastic. Let me put it the right way. Fantastic knife. Fantastic knife, guys. If you guys have one, leave it in the comments what you think about it. But it has that stag along. Beautiful. Really is really nice stag along on it. You have your brass. It's just a fantastic, fantastic knife. Sharp, man. This thing, I couldn't believe how sharp this came. I honestly could not believe how sharp this knife came, guys. What was the price on this? This was I think it was like $30 or something. I can't. It was very short money, but yeah, I was in Walmart about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, guys, and I was like, let me just grab it because I've eyeballed it a few times, and yeah, it's just a fantastic knife, Uncle Henry. And this is the 153 UH, and I just want to show you guys the sheath. Right, look at that sheath. I mean, for the money. That's a really nice sheath for the money. Just really, really nice. It even comes with a sharpening stone. You can see that little pocket right there in the front for the sharpening stone. But for the money, guys, $30, whatever it is, and it comes sharp as hell. And I'm gonna go out and beat this thing up, man. I want to see what it can do. But from what I've done with it already, man, you can't beat it for $30.
Here's one, Uncle Henry. This is another one I won from Jersey Knife Guy. It was like a package deal. I think Uncle Henry was reaching out to content creators like himself and RJ, but this is the 11000034 model. It's full tang, which I love because, you just make sure it's a little safe for you. But this right here would be great if you had look at that thumb ramp.
That's nice.
So if you had a kid that was starting out in deer hunting or whatnot, and you didn't know if they were real serious, but I'm saying you paid what, 30 some for yours. This is probably the next model down. This is probably $24, $25, and it doesn't have the sharpening stone, but it's got a nice leather sheath. And I did a video just on that package that I did get from Pete. But these are, look at that, and you can.
I love it. Yeah. How do you beat that for the money? You can't. No,
you can't.
You can't.
Jersey, I got the box, bro. I always keep my box. I'm a box snob. But RJ has worked with Uncle Henry, and he's got those elk hunter models, and those are nice too. I don't know what they run, but they're good looking knives. Always comment on them because some of them will have like just a big belly on them for skinning and stuff. So just a fantastic looking knife, and he's got a couple of those elk hunters. You have to watch his videos, but he's did them in like the last 2 weeks, so would be really easy to find.
That's one real quick. Jay, Jersey, man, thank you for your support, brother. I heard through the grapevine, you could probably put it together, that you were asking about me, and I was talking about earlier. I don't know if you were here, man. Jay will tell you some more, man. I just work, man. Work has been hectic, but thank you for your support, Jersey, man. I love you, man. I love your videos, and I'm back on here now, man. I know I haven't been putting out much content, but I'm back on here, Jersey, man. You're the man.
Jerbs has a question for you.
Hey, Mr. Boston, what was your first blade? BC Jerbs. So BC, I actually, that's a two-part question. Well, for me it is. My first blade, I have a first blade that I had, and Jay actually asked me this question before, but I had a first knife that I got when I was younger, and it was a, just like a Walmart knife, which, that's just what it was. It was like a Walmart knife. I think it was a, God, I can't even remember. It was just a Walmart knife. It wasn't any name that you would even know or anything like that. Just a cheap knife. But that was my first knife when I was younger. My first real knife was the Buck 112. That was my first real, knife. No reason to show it, but the Buck 112. This is a great knife, guys.
Yeah.
When it comes to the 110 or the 112, everyone has their opinion on which one they like. I like the 112. When I actually go for bucks, I go for 112s. I have a bunch of 110s, but I like the 112. I just feel like it just fits in my hand better. I like that 3-inch blade, man. Get a lot of work done.
So let me ask you, before I answer Jerb's question here, what would you give for a new Ranger finger groove in the box? Say like a 2017 model.
Can you say that one more time, Jay?
What would you pay for a brand new in the box, say a 2017 model with the finger grooves, the 112? Because that guy, he wanted 70 last night, so I just didn't know. I was like, I could text Boston, but I know he's super busy.
Yeah, see that's not really a bad price. I mean, if with buck knives, they fluctuate depending on where you go. So, for example, and I showed you some pictures, Jay. If you go to Walmart, you can get the buck, not the finger grooves, but like the buck 10 or the 112. Some weeks they're $60-something. The next week you go to another store, they're like $35. Remember I showed you that?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I took pictures. I don't know how it is down south. I don't know how it is in the Midwest, but up here in the Northeast, right? It all depends, I think, where you are. But I'll go to Walmart and I'll see a buck 110 or 112 for $65 or $62. A week later, it'll be $35.
Yeah.
But yeah, finger grooves are a little bit more expensive. Not much, but they're a little bit more. for a $112 finger groove, I personally, I pay. What was he asking?
70. He'll give it to me for 70. And I thought that was decent. I was going to buy it till I seen the big gouge in the handle. I was like, I can't buy that like that.
Yeah, I mean, I would have bought it if it didn't have the big gouge in the handle.
Yeah.
Price isn't bad. Had that big gouge, I'd probably leave it.
Yeah, that's what I did. And he said he'll find me one. But Gerbs, here's mine. It was a Sodbuster Junior. It wasn't this one. It was a black one that had the actual I don't know. I don't know if it had the scroll on the blade of it or not, but it probably come from Kmart for like $15. So that was my first blade, was a Sodbuster Junior. That's what I carried. And then I think I got a Rambo knife for a gift one time, and I just took it out and was throwing it into trees and it broke. But yeah, I'd say the Sodbuster Junior is probably my first good real blade that I ever had. So Georgia Adventure is talking about Western knives. Those are kind of in line with like when I think of Western brand knives, I think of similar to marbles. I don't know if I should be assuming that, but I like marbles knives, and that's what I think of when I think of Western type knives.
Just wanted to show you guys something real quick, just what you were just talking about, the finger grooves.
Yeah.
So my favorite year of knives is the 87. Here's a buck 87. Buck 1987 with the finger grooves. Take a look at this if you can get in on this.
Hold on, let me show you.
You know, this is 35, 36 years old, man. This is a 1987. I'm sorry, buck 110 with the finger grooves, man. Look at that, just beautiful. You know, I don't know if it. You know, I don't know. I know a lot of you guys have finger grooves, but I just wanted to show this is an 87 model, man. And absolutely no gapping in the back on those springs at all. Nothing. Still has great snap. You know, 35, 36 years old. And look at that. I mean, just really nice. Love
beautiful.
Yeah, love the finger groove.
So I think it was 87 the year you were born?
I'm sorry?
Was 87 the year that you were born?
You got it. Exactly. Yep.
So here's that 87 102. I show this knife all the time. I don't know why I show it all the time. It's just I got such a good deal on it that I like to show the 87 102.
Jay, you know that I'd ask you for that knife, but I know it's sentimental.
Yeah, I might send it to you. I'm dumb, man. I don't care. I'm still waiting on Jersey to sell me that damn cattle knife.
I remember when you said that to Jersey.
Just sell me the cattle knife, Jersey. Get off of it. So Jersey's saying, I love Sodbusters. I can't get enough of them. You should see the GEC Sodbusters. They're beautiful. And Jersey, I have one. I don't even know if I should break it out. Man, I was talking to Jersey. I want him to show his GECs on episode 2. But man, these things are sons of bitches with the tubes and the bullshit you got to deal with. You know, you got the tubes, you got the pin, you got the little packet of goodies that you're supposed to eat, and then you got the wax paper. It's a nightmare to show these things, but I'll do it because Jersey's bringing it up. But here's the GEC Sudbuster, the Farm and Field Sudbuster. It's the Collector Knives edition.
That's nice.
So yeah, it says Sudbuster there on the main blade. Half stops, good action. You don't really want to mess with these too much, but what makes it a Sudbuster is it's got the cap lifter.
That's a beautiful knife.
Yeah, and I bought this, and I told myself when I get that, I'm going to carry it. Ain't no one out there carrying a GEC. You know what I mean? You buy them, and you leave them in the tubes, in the paper. I don't know. There are some people on Facebook that show them, and you know they do use them and stuff. But man, I mean, I came out of pocket for this one. I'm embarrassed to tell people what I paid for it. It was disgusting. I wanted one so bad. I tried to make deals on eBay, and I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna pay what the guy wants, and
I've done that.
Jersey, you're gonna kill. I paid $210 for that. Like total. That was the total, but this thing probably sold for what, $90 or $100. I guess I don't know. It couldn't have been much more than that, but I mean that's just dumb to pay that much for that knife. That was stupid of me to do that.
Not really though, but because if you you know what though, Jay? Right? When you want a knife, right, and you can't, and you really want it, you know, pay that little bit of extra money. I mean, I've done it. I wanted to answer a question that's in the comments. Sean Fleming wrote, "Can I show it off-grid knives?" Yes, I can. Do you see that?
Yeah, I'm bringing it up right now for you.
I just want to answer you. If you guys have questions, man, I'm happy to answer any of your questions. And I know Jay is too. Hey, Boston, show everyone your off-grid knife, black one. My daughter bought me the silver edition one. Okay, I think you're talking about this one here. This is the this is a cool little knife, guys. And again, I have a bunch of knives. I don't always just show them. This is the off-grid Fat Boy. That's what it's called. Off-grid Fat Boy, man. And this is a great knife. I've used this at work. Small knife, but this thing is overbuilt. If you're talking about overbuilt, this off-grid Fat Boy is overbuilt. Fantastic. This is actually a button lock. Fantastic knife. Yeah, that's it right there. This is the Fat Boy put out by Off Grid Knives, and you know, that button works awesome. You know.
So what is something like that run you?
This was expensive, man. I bought this probably about a year ago. I can't remember, but not much. You're probably talking in that at the time maybe for $30-$40, something like 40 bucks. I don't know, correct, but it was not expensive. But it's overbuilt. It's really it's overbuilt. This thing is a tank. Guys.
Yeah, and I'm all the time on like Smoky Mountain Knife Works, and I get like a cart going, and then I'm like, you know, I take stuff out of the cart, I put stuff in the cart, and I'm just like, what do I do? Do I buy this stuff, or, you know, I'm just like, it's crazy.
You lift things up and you put them down, Jay?
Yeah, it's like, and here's Brian. I'm gonna put this comment up. It makes you happy and you're comfortable paying the price. That's what the knife is worth. We've all overpaid for things that we want. Value is determined by more than just the materials. That's very true. I bought that to carry it, and it hasn't left the tube. So I don't know. I thought this would be a cool piece to talk. Like if I'm ever out and I'm carrying that, and you know, you're drinking a couple of cold, but I don't drink beer that much, so I'm just like, I just kept it in the tube, and it lives in the back of my toolbox here. So it's, and I want to thank Gerbs. He will start off moderating tonight. He says he's in the background listening. He's making some dinner. So if you've watched Gerbs' recent videos, he had an elk that hangs out at his house.
I've seen that.
Yeah, and it lost its antlers because every year, you know, they shed their antlers and whatnot. And I think he had a fist fight a neighbor to get one side of the antlers or something. You know, it's something funny. He said she came out yelling at him because I think he had him in his hands and she was wanting him. And, you know, like I said, I think there was some fighting going on over the Bob's antlers. But I told him to feed Bob Oreos because when I was little, I had a deer that would come to our house and I would feed it Oreos. And that's what we named the deer Oreo. So
that's hilarious.
Yeah. See Jerk out there fighting some woman over elk antlers.
That's hilarious.
The shit we talk, it's you know, we just go down rabbit holes. You know, we started talking about budget, then we're bringing out GECs.
Hey, you know what's funny is I just actually, right? We've all done it. I just cut myself with one of the knives. I'll be right back.
Dude, I cut myself at the flea market 2 months ago, really bad, with a Barlow. Actually, I bought the Barlow, but it had that big problem in the main blade. You know, here it is, that case tested. But it had a big divot in the blade right there, and I was messing with it and sliced my finger wide open. But guys, this right here is the knife that I had Jo make the slip for. This is a 20 through 40 tested Barlow, and it goes in this slip right here that I had him make me. And there's a special story on why I got the fish on it. But it's just a beautiful knife, and I couldn't let it sit there any longer. He had it for sale for a while, and no one wanted to mess with it. And I knew I could fix it. So he came down the price a little bit just to get rid of it, and I picked it up.
If you guys haven't cut yourself with a knife, you don't play with knives enough.
And here's Byron Kennedy. He says, that's funny, Big J. Just last night I put in and took out one particular knife in the cart 4 times on sale with stacked discounts, but don't need it. And what's funny is I was watching and I'm glad I didn't buy the knives because I was on Smoky Mountain. And then Big Red actually put out today that he has a discount code for Smoky Mountain. So what I'll do is I'll probably throw that back in there and use his discount code, which is pretty nice to use when you can. When you try to build as much inventory as you can to make these, to kind of stay up with the times, you kind of gotta look for deals and stuff like that. So, and Mike Curtis asked him if we have any Tony Bows. I do not have any Tony Bows case knives. I don't know. You just started picking up case, so I don't think you have one, do you?
Not yet. If I run across one, I'll obviously look at it. Not as of yet.
Yeah, they're expensive. Yeah.
Hey, what do you guys think of this knife here? This is an older model, but the Benchmade, the Griptilian. What do you guys think?
I love it.
Yeah, man. I'll tell you, when I first got this, this is actually the mini. This is the mini Griptilian. And when I first got this knife, man, this knife is a beast. This knife is a beast, man. You can get some serious work done with that blade, man. I don't know. I really, really like that blade on there. Do you have one of these, Jay?
I do not, but I'll tell you a story. My oldest son's best friend, he's from West Virginia. And he's a good kid. He'd come up and I'd take him out and just slay him fishing. We'd have fishing contests, and he's a really good kid. He played football, and and I was like, you know what? I want to do something special for Tyler for Christmas, and I actually bought him that same knife and
nice.
Gave it to him for Christmas. So
nice. That's your son's friend?
My son's best friend, yeah.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Yeah, I love doing that, man. Like helping people out with knives, and I actually did that with a. That's great of you, Jay, for doing that, man. I love hearing like that. I was that store that I always talk about. I'll just say my store, right? If you guys know me or watch my channel, I have a secret store where I buy knives. But anyways, I was in there, and a guy he was trying to open up a box, and he like kind of worked there, but he didn't. He was helping the guy. And I had a Buck Slim Select on me, and I was like, "Here, man, boom!" Just gave it to him. He's like, and he used it to cut the box, and then he went to go hand it back to me. I'm like, "It's yours. It's all yours, man." You know what I mean? And I love doing that, man. And I just said to him basically, I was like, y'all, that was one of the first things that was told to me was you should always have a knife on you. And there's so many uses for knives, and I mean. How many times have you been out and just needed to cut something? You know what I mean, or whatever. But that was one of the first things I learned about a knife. Always have a blade on you.
Yeah, and the kid's a good kid, and being from West Virginia, you kind of know what I'm talking about, And I thought, what can I do to try to just make his Christmas a little more special? He's 20 years old, and I was just like, hey, you know what? I'm going to send him actually, my son came here for Thanksgiving. Maybe he was 23 at the time, but my son came here for Thanksgiving. I said, hey, here's a gift for Tyler. Take it back. And I had it wrapped and everything. And I'm like, I'm not telling you what it is because you will tell him. But if we're talking about budget blades, who has an Essie Azula too? These are decent little fixed blades. I mean, you can put this in your front pocket. That's why I like it.
Can I see that again?
Yeah, it's an Essie Azula 2. They make an Essie Azula, just a regular one. It has a shorter handle, but this is an Azula 2, made by
Essie.
Yeah, it's an Essie knife, but Rowan, I think, makes the blanks and produces the knife, but they get pretty good heat treat. But $10.95 steel.
What's the price of the knife?
The price of this, and it comes with a little tchotchke survival kit. But you can probably get this blade right here for $65, I would say. But if you get the kit, like the kit that comes with it, it's probably close to $80, I would guess.
Not bad price though. I've heard a lot of good things.
Yeah, you can beat the snot out of them. I do. I actually got the 4, the SE4.
Yep.
This one's been it's seen some time.
Oh yeah, you've used that knife.
Yeah. The only thing that sucks about these is that you need to. I should buy different handles for it, and you can buy different handle scales on the knife connection and put on it because it's not very ergonomic. It's really squared off. So, I mean, it'll get you some hot spots quick, man. Where you're like, shit, I gotta put this thing down.
I want to answer a comment right here, just real quick. Sean Fleming again. He said, "Yeah, Boston. I bought the bug out and the mini bug out fakes because I can't afford the real ones." Okay, so he bought the bug out and the mini bug out fakes because I can't afford the real one. All right, Sean, that's fine, man. I mean, there's nothing. Don't use it. Use those knives, man. I mean, like I said, if you already got it, man, that's use the hell out of it, man. If you like that style and you've already gotten it, man, just use the snot out of that thing, man. And you might be surprised too. You might be surprised too, because I've seen a lot of reviews where people have bought the knockoffs, man, and they're freaking tough as nails. You might get a whole lifelong use out of that knife. So don't feel bad about it, man. Beat the snot out of it. Get your every cent that you paid for it, and yeah, awesome. I mean, like I said, knives are meant to be used, man. If you found something cheaper like that, hey, go ahead, brother.
Yep, do what you want to do. That's what I say. The only thing I would say is just, hey, if you're going to sell it, just be honest with who you're selling it to. That's the only thing I would say. Yeah. Say, hey, you want to buy this? It's a Fugazi, but I mean, just be honest with people.
Right.
Because that's one thing I've learned. If just be honest with people, and it means a lot. And I'm trying to think of something else I got in here, but
and Sean, I was more talking about earlier. I was talking about I don't like the people that what I say is I don't like when people try to sell fakes off as the real. That's what I say. So if someone sold that to you and you knew it was a Fugazi and they told you it was a Fugazi, then hey, man, that's cool. That's no problem. I just don't like when they try to, like on eBay sometimes or other sites, they'll try to sell you a knife and it's a Fugazi, it's a fake, and they're putting it down as the real thing, man. I don't respect that. I don't like that.
Yeah, a lot of people get burnt. Like I was on the Benchmade Facebook page and I had to get off of it because there were so many people selling fake Benchmades to people that just didn't know. And they were all the time like, hey, I bought this knife. Can you tell me if it's fake? And just 2 seconds looking at it, I'm like, golly, man. And I hate seeing it. But I mean, as long as you only paid $30 for it, then that's great. But if you pay $200 for it and find out, man, that's I hate for that to happen to anybody.
Yeah.
And I was back home at a reunion, and everyone knows I carry knives. And hey, what do you got on you? And I showed them my Benchmade, and just bullshitting around. This guy comes over, hey, I got one too, and he's like, I paid a lot of money for this, and man, within 2 seconds I could tell, and I didn't have the heart to tell him. I was just like, hey, that's a nice knife, because I just.
What happened?
It wasn't the time or the place to say anything to him about it, so I just felt so bad for him.
Jay, what happened with that again? Can you say that again?
I was back home at a reunion, at a football reunion, and everyone's like, hey, Jerry, what knife do you got? They're all the time because they know I collect them or whatever. And I had a Benchmade, and another guy come over. He wasn't even with us. He's like, hey, I got a Benchmade, and he said, I gave like $250 for this, and he pulled it out. And he handed it to me within 2 seconds. I could tell it was fake. And I didn't have the heart to tell him. And it wasn't the time or the place. A bunch of people are around. And
yeah,
I'm just like, golly, man, I wish people wouldn't do that to people, man. But the fucking guys on eBay, dude. Yeah. Like if it's Benchmade or Spyderco, I won't even look at it on eBay. I'll just buy it straight from a retailer, from usually DLT. And just because and I'm not saying other companies, Blaze Q, all those companies carry the right stuff. It just stay away from eBay, man. That's the only advice I can give you with those two brands, to stay away from eBay.
With those two brands, 100%, definitely.
Yeah. And Sean said he got them off eBay and they were $25, and that's great, because I'm so glad that you didn't get burnt, because you see so many of these young kids out there just getting smoked, and they're like, hey, and I finally had to leave the Benchmade Facebook page because I got upset about it. I'd be upset, kind of like the Bark River story I told you. Me and like 2 other guys, the only people that took up for this poor guy, and I'm like, golly, I didn't leave the Facebook page just because I own own them, and I'm like, I gotta stay on here to see what's pertinent, but I don't ever go on there anymore just because of that.
No, I don't blame you. You know, and you only paid $25 for them, man. Hey,
Yeah, hell yeah.
beat the snot out of those, man. Yeah, beat the snot out of those.
And what's good content, and like you said, when people are taking them and comparing them to the real ones, and sometimes the fake ones outperform the real ones. I mean, look at Sawgrass. He's throwing that damn Walmart knife into his backyard target, and it runs smooth after he does it.
I've seen that. I've seen that many of times, like on YouTube, man. They'll do a comparison video, and I've seen where the knockoff, man, will just it'll beat up the real.
Yeah, it's crazy. And Mike Curtis has a question. If you, I haven't heard of him. Have you?
Have y'all heard of Dogwood Knives? Not. I haven't. Mike, what's up, Mike? By the way, man, you're always on here, Mike. I haven't heard of them, man. No.
Yeah, I haven't either. And here, Jersey's got Essies too. What does he not own? Is there Jersey? Can you just tell us the brand you don't own? Because I don't think there's any he doesn't have.
I think Jersey, right? I think Jersey has like a shop where he's selling things in the backyard or something, man. Because there's not a knife that he doesn't have. Yeah. There's not a knife that Jersey doesn't have. Yeah, like you said, tell us a brand that you don't have.
What I want to do, because we're going to have Jersey episode 2. We're going to do RJ next week, and then we'll probably have a week off and do what we're doing now, and then I want to do Jersey part 2. Yep. But I'm gonna ask him on this Facebook. He's got to end somewhere. He's one of these guys who he's got to end with some company because he's getting stuff just because it's hard to get some of them on drops. So he's got some inside information he needs to share with the world. So we're gonna twist your arm, Jersey, is what I'm saying.
Guys got everything, man. Jersey, man. I got envy you, brother. There's not a knife that you don't have, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I want to read what El Cap says. There are some good YouTubers who do proxy sales and verify authenticity, condition like Jamie Blades and EDC. He just posted a sale to the public tonight. Nice.
That's cool. Yeah. That is real cool. You know, yeah. Tristan too, he does that. Yeah. Real quick, if you guys check out Tristan Barnett, he compares. He'll tell you, like, he'll show you the differences in the fakes versus the reals. Especially if you guys like buck knives, especially with bucks, he'll put them both together. He'll actually go out and buy the fake to show you the difference of a fake buck 119 versus a real one. You know,
he does the Harbor Freight one. Yeah, I like that video. That was cool. And here's Sean. Sean, I'll tell you what, if I had one, I'd send it to you, but I gave my last one to Gerbs. But if I can find one, I'll buy it and send it to you. No problem. I'll look. I'll probably be at Walmart tomorrow, actually. And if they have one, I'll have no problem picking it up and sending it to you.
Same here, Sean. I'll look for you, man. I'll look up and where I am and I'll see.
Listen to what Sean says. Jersey won the lottery and spent it on knives.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe
they have. I don't know. I didn't read no article about him being a lottery winner, but he is a hell of a good dude. I like to watch, and I like to communicate with Jersey a lot. And the text or email he sent me yesterday or today, I forget when it was, just goes to show how good of a human he is.
Oh, Jersey.
Yeah, and here Georgia Adventure. I'm gonna post his comment. He said, "My wife asked me how many knives Jersey has." I said, "Not enough."
My wife asked me how many knives Jersey has. I said, not enough. That's hilarious.
Yeah. And Jersey straight up with it, too. He's just like, hey, my wife's going to kill me, but he just hangs it out there, man. He don't care. And I like that about people,
I love that.
Yeah, he's a funny dude. And he's passionate about, like when he opens a blade up, the passion in his voice about what the blade represents, what it means to him. It could be a $18 Rough Rider or a $600 Chris Reeves, and the amount of passion that he has behind each knife, it doesn't change. He just is a blade lover, and it goes to show because it doesn't matter what he pays for it. He just loves them.
You can hear the passion in his voice.
Oh yeah, definitely. Kind of like you with buck knives. When you're talking about your buck knives, I mean you're like, hey, and you just got that passion behind it, and everything about it. And it just goes,
Yeah, when you really enjoy, when you really enjoy something, man. Yeah, 100%, absolutely. I just had to plug in my my real quick.
So we showed some budget knives. We showed I showed a GEC, but man, them things are crazy to get. And that's why I told Jersey, I said, if you want to show your GECs on the next episode, you can. But I mean, I just want to make sure he's comfortable with, you got to take him out of the tube. You got to make sure everything stays in a pile. Show that knife, put everything in that pile back in the tube. You know what I mean?
Let's talk for a minute. Let's talk about GEC for a minute, because I'll be on. I don't own any GECs. Okay.
Don't even start.
Well, so tell me, right, real quick, GEC. What is there? Let me ask you. So I know Jersey knows this. Some other guys probably know this. School me on that. What is their whole thing? What is GEC's thing?
What I think it is, a lot of it is the packaging. Like, you take this Johnny on the spot knife. It's a 3-tooled knife, kind of like a Boy Scout knife or whatever. But look at the artwork. Let me solo this. So this is kind of my favorite tube, is this Johnny on the spot one. Now, this ain't a highly expensive GEC that's in here, but look at the artwork that's on this tube.
Nice.
Yeah. Tells you, you got all this information down here. And then if we look at the top, it's got like what it is.
Yep.
You got the model number. It comes in. And that's another thing, man. Getting these freaking things out of the tube. It comes with, it's in wax paper.
Yep.
And then most of them come, not all of them, most of them come with this like little pin. Like a little pin you can put on your hat or whatever. And
a
little snack if you're hungry.
Yeah.
But like I said, look at this. Look at this mess. I mean, you're opening these things up. And I'm not even going to take the knife out of the paper because it takes 5-6 minutes to even get it back in. But I mean, you got the artwork on that one. And let me show like here's the coon skinner. It's got people actually coon hunting with their dogs at night.
Now GEC basically they pride themselves on like fit and finish and stuff like that, right?
Oh yeah.
So when you buy a GEC knife, you're expecting that great fit and finish, and that great knife that GEC represents. Yeah. Michael Morgan. Let's see. They made the traditional way by hand with pinned construction. See, I love that. Okay. All right. I got you. Cool. Jersey. Quality and fit and finish is second to none. Gotcha, Jersey. Okay.
Yeah. They're
I might have.
Here's another one with good artwork on it, like this cattle knife.
Yep.
And it's got some really beautiful bone, but I mean, to be smart about it, you got to get them on a drop. Like when they're coming up, you got to be fast. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Because they go quick.
Yeah, you got to be quick, and you got to have a website that you're used to dealing with, and you need 2 monitors sometimes. That's how I do it. But Tyler Gibson says, I just think they're top quality line of traditionals. Like when you mentioned centering earlier, I could tell you the last one I got wasn't perfectly centered. So he's got GECs. And the good thing about GECs is they're going to take it back and they're going to fix it. No problem. Right. You're going to send them the knife. They're going to either fix that one or send you a new one that's fabricated right there. And I think the guy who, I don't know, I'm kind of dumb, but the guy who runs GEC used to be associated with Queen.
Yep.
So
yeah, that's a huge brand. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. You know what? I might have to check out some GECs now. Yeah. But the only problem with me is once I check out a brand like that and I like them, I'll get hooked on them for a while. So,
I did. Yeah. I just showed you how many,
Yeah, man.
Thanks to Jersey with his stupid videos. That's what got me. I was watching Jersey and I'm like, oh man, them are nice. And then I started, I've always bought stuff from DLT, and then DLT is like, hey, we're having a drop. And then, I had dual monitors and, had my credit card stuff ready to copy and paste. And, if you're fast, you can get it like that.
Jersey got you into the GCs.
Yeah, it was his videos because I was watching his Queen, maybe Shat and Morgan videos or something, but I would sit and watch his for like a couple hours a day just watching his videos because he was into the same stuff I'm into.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
you know, he has so much content and so many knives. It's just easy to sit there and watch it and just go into a daze. You know, I'm at the gym on the treadmill. What else am I going to do? You know?
Right. Exactly. Yeah. I think I'm gonna be doing some scrolling tonight and checking out some GECs. What GEC would you recommend? Oh no, I shouldn't say which knife. I mean, I know all depends on the pattern, but what is one of your ones that you like more of, Jay?
I don't have it, but the 23 is the jumbo trapper. So
Okay.
here's a Remington jumbo trapper. So it's this size, but the one I want's in like some amber burnt bone or something. It's got like lacquer finish on it. And I keep telling Jersey I got to find the right one because some of them are 400 or 500. You know, when they drop, they're like maybe 170, probably
Right.
that knife. But now to get it off eBay, you're going to pay $300-400 for it. Because
Yeah. Do you have any of the Barlow GEC Barlows?
I do not. Jersey does. He's
No.
got them all, man. But they got that new Remington. See, they made the new Remington bullet knife, that single blade Barlow. They're the ones who made that for Remington.
Yeah. Yeah. So
And
that's great. And that's not great. What's that? Great Eastern Cutlery? Yeah. Yeah.
So
Right.
they make the Remington bullet knives. You know, certain ones. And I think even Blade HQ had some for sale the other day or someone. But I kept telling myself I'm not going to buy another GEC until I buy the 23. You know, I'm just going to hold off till I find the right perfect 23, and that's what I'm going to buy. And after that, maybe my GEC hunt will be over because it's crazy.
They're expensive.
Yeah, especially if you're buying them off eBay.
Hell yeah, they're expensive. Right. They're expensive knives.
And there's even some retailers that'll ask eBay prices when they get them. I don't want to mention names on here, but
Yep.
John Fleming says, he says, "Thank you, Big J, for introducing me to DLT Trading. They're great people. They really are." Jason Thorne that runs that, he'll go above and beyond for anybody. If you ask him, "Hey, can you open the box and check it before you send it to me?" They'll do it. They have no problem with that. So yeah, but I don't know, man. The GEC rabbit hole, man. You look at, I don't know. I got 1, 2, 3. Only got 5. So I don't own a ton of them.
Yeah, but that's still 5 of them you own, you know?
But if you take that and compare it to the Grail case sleeve board Whittler.
That's nice, man.
I had to come out of pocket for that one, but he gave me $75 off because I helped him sell a Randall knife.
I've been carrying this one a lot along with my EDC, my Para 3, man. I've been carrying this a lot, man. And I'll tell you, man, I know we all know about it, but man, I'll tell you, this thing right here, man, this thing is awesome, man. It has screwdrivers in there and your blade, man. I love this little thing, especially for what I do for work. I'm using that Phillips all the time, man, and I usually carry a Leatherman, but I've been throwing that in my pocket, man. What a great knife that is. Great, yeah. I don't know.
Like I'm saying, someone like you that's got to maybe tighten a hose clamp or something really quick just to keep a garage or someone come out with just a screwdriver. You got to pay $400 for them just to come out with a screwdriver. It's kind of crazy. So
you got to have your tools on you, man, and to have some pocket like a Leatherman or something, man. Yeah,
you got to, and that's why I keep I actually keep, like I said, I did an EDC car thing. I keep like a whole set of tools, jumper cables, an EDC bag that has a Leatherman in it, just all kinds of. Because growing up in West Virginia, I drove junk till I was 23, 24 years old. I had a junky car that, you know, you have to have tools because you're going to get broke down somewhere.
Same here, man. Yeah, my first, same thing. That's right.
I'm trying to, golly, I'm trying to think of other budget models besides, like if you want to get into the GEC game and maybe you can't find them, or maybe you can't, you know, they're expensive, man. I'm not going to lie. They're crazy expensive, but I mean, these Winchester cartridge series knife, these were made by Queen and they're really nice. So, I mean, this is a second option. You know, you get some of that. I mean, they're a little older and they don't have the GEC name, but I mean, I like them, but you know, but to have the tubes and, you know,
right.
this compared to this old dirty box that that damn Winchester came in. You know, this looks, I'm not going to lie, it looks really good in the back of my toolbox right here, lined up.
Yeah.
But I put that Rough Rider tin right in the middle of them because, I mean, that Rough Rider Reserve I bought off Big Red.
Yep. Yep.
And I want to send this one to you to let you review it too. So once we do the first swap, that'll be the one I send to you next so you can see it. And
absolutely.
I'll get your take on it.
Yeah, man. I mean, like I said, this was my first Rough Rider, and
yeah.
The centering on it is way off, but you know, I'm not going to knock Rough Rider because I've seen so many reviews where the Rough Riders are perfectly fine. So it just goes to show you that, you know, anybody, you can get that knife, and it's just, I got two of them though, man. Both of them, man. That I want to like this so bad, but you know, when you have a knife that just doesn't work, you know, like I said, the blade comes down, it hits the scale and stuff, but it's all right. I'm gonna keep trying with them. You know?
So you like Barlow's a lot, right? Now, I think that's what you're gearing towards is Barlow's.
Yeah, man. So I what the reason why I say that is because I went to that shop there, that antique shop, and I got the old you know, the old K-Bar Barlow, man, and I freaking love this thing, man. I love this knife right here, man. This was I was passing by in the truck and antique store. I stopped and they had this in there, the K-Bar, man, and I only paid like, I think it was like 20, whatever it was, $20, man. It's a 80s. What was it? What was the year, Jay? Do you remember?
I forget, but I think it was 70 something through 80s.
Yeah.
Was the year on those. It was fairly old. I mean, from the research we could do.
Yeah. I mean, half stops, man, half stops on it.
Yeah.
Snap, you know, and I really like that Barlow. So I just been trying to get myself, you know, been trying to look for some Barlows, you know. I like the pattern.
Now RJ, I was just going to say this. You should look at the Rough Rider Reserve Barlow, and I was just getting ready to tell you that, but RJ beat me to it, so I figured I'd put his content up there and not steal his jive.
Yeah, so. Yeah. I actually that's what I want to do. Because RJ, I think, said that to be on his live. When RJ's live, I remember RJ was telling me that it was check out the Rough Rider Reserve, and now that's like the upper, the better riders. Yeah.
But I mean, you're still only coming out of pocket $50-$60.
Yeah.
So Georgia Adventure put up, he has that Case Barlow. I don't know which one he's referring to. I have that Case Barlow.
Maybe
I got this old tested one, and this one right here. I think RJ and Thrifty actually schooled me on this. This was part of their Vault series, and golly, let me check the date on this. 2019 Vault series right here. I didn't know it was a Vault series when I bought it. I just bought it off my buddy at the flea market. I think I gave, I want to say 50 or 60 for it, but you know, it was a good buy for 50 or 60 bucks because it's a well-fit knife. Oh, he's got the tested one. All right. Hey, Georgia Adventure, I want you to I would love to see a video on it. And you may already have one. It just, I haven't watched all your content yet. But this is for Georgia. I got this one. It's a 65 through 69. But man, I don't know what happened to this blade. It's just, there's no action in it. And Warthog's like, don't do anything with it. I was like, maybe I should take it and get it fixed. But the pin blade, Georgia, I want you to, the pin blade is perfect.
Wow. That's nice snap.
Yeah, it's just the main blade. And it doesn't look like a highly used knife.
You can have it, like you were saying, Jay.
Yeah, it's had some use to it, but I think the half stop's just rounded or whatever happened to it. I don't know, but it's a beautiful knife. It actually sent us to JO to make the slip for my tested one. So it's a beautiful, like I said, beautiful knife. It's clapped out, man. That's why I told him, I'm going to send you a clapped out Barlow. I'm sitting that one. So
yeah, in case you got lost in the mail or something like that, man, you don't want to send, you know.
Yeah.
You don't want to
send, I only paid $20 for that. So
right, there you go.
Yeah. I can clean it up, but the half stop needs fixed or something.
Was that down the flea market?
No. I got that off eBay.
Oh, okay.
eBay for $20.
I got you. Yep.
And Georgia Adventure says, here, I'm going to pull it. I've had it for years. One of the first case double X's I bought, never carried it. I've never carried this one either, and I'm not going to. But Sean Fleming says, I just watched Jersey's video on a really nice Rough Rider Reserve knife. He's got a ton of good videos on Rough Rider Reserves. And then Jersey's even saying, Boston, try a reserve piece. Don't mess with any other ones, buddy. He's just saying, just go straight for the reserve. And like I said, you're going to pay 50 to 60, but use Big Red's. Like, go to Blue Creek, probably they might have them. Or even Smoky Mountain and use Big Red's discount codes.
Yeah, no, Jersey, RJ, thank you guys. That's what I'll do. I'll go right to the reserve line.
Yeah.
That seems like what the right thing to do is. Yeah, that makes sense too, though. So, yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, that one I bought off Big Red, it's a sweet knife. And I'm going to send it to you. So if you want to look at it before you actually buy one, you'll see that it's got some great action to it. And it, like I said, 56. What I gave Big Red for it wasn't 50 or 60. It was pretty cheap. But, if you're in his thing or whatever, you get like 20% discount or something. So,
yeah, absolutely. I'm going to check out the reserve line, man, and go from there.
Yeah. And Tyler said they don't like the stamps on the Barlow. A lot of people don't like Barlows with stamps on them for some reason, or shields on them. They just like it kind of plain.
So. Yeah, I don't like that. I just like because Barlow is a simple design. Barlow is just has that, it has that big bolster, and then I love that simple. That's what I think I like so much about the Barlow, and even I'm even going to show the Rough Rider that I've already showed 10 times, but just that simple design. But it does have that big, right there and stuff, but I like it more simple, like the way that this side of the bolster is. I like that simple look.
And RJ actually brought something up that you were talking about, I think, last week. I don't know if you were talking about it last week, but I know you were talking about it. The Taylor's Eyewitness Barlow is the OG Barlow. And Warthog has a bunch of Taylor Eyewitness videos. I do know that.
I was looking at those online, man. Those are freaking beautiful. They are beautiful, beautiful knives, man. Now, see, that's what I want to get a Taylor's Eyewitness. And that's down the line. Not too far, but definitely something I'm looking into. They are freaking beautiful. And I was watching some videos, man. Construction, action on them is great. Yeah. Great.
Yeah, action means a lot to me. I really, you run into stuff and you're like, man, is that, I pick them up out at the flea market, and if it don't have good action, I just put it right back down, honestly. But I've bought knives that have crappy action just because they were $5. But
I'm the same way, man. I mean, I want a knife to function. I want a knife to function the way that it should function. If it's flopping it, I don't really like it too much myself. So.
Yeah, I don't know, like this, even this, this don't have very good action to it. I don't know. I don't know what it needs, but but it's a single spring canoe.
Yep.
So it's, it ain't the greatest, but what's that?
Is that an older one?
This is a 97 model.
Okay. Yeah.
Then I got this canoe. It's or not a canoe, a moose. Or the same thing. It's the Winchester cartridge series as well, but it's a little better knife. It's a 94 model.
Winchester, man, they put out some great knives. That's another one, man. Winchester.
Yeah, if you get the black box ones,
yep,
that are made through the 80s and 90s were made by Queen. These right here were made by Queen.
Yep.
I believe that this case, this was made by Queen. And this case here, this candy stripe one,
I like that.
You just look at the tang stamp on that. That is not like a real case tang stamp. So I'm assuming this was probably made by Queen as well. I could be wrong, but I mean, you look at the boxes or the tins, and you look at how Queen did their boxes and tins during the same time frame, and it's too similar, So
guy said eBay ruined flea markets. People research the value of their items. Very true.
Well, if you're at a flea market where the guy don't even know what a computer is.
Yep, that's true too. Yep. That's all.
I mean, I don't take advantage of the guy I buy from. Like if he's got something and I see and if I'm not going to buy it, I'll be like, "Hey, Lee, come here," and I'll tell him like, "Hey, you need to charge a little more for that or whatever." But he don't care. He just likes to talk to people. He's at 81. He's out there bullshitting with people all day long.
Paul said Rosecraft has bottles coming in a few months.
Rosecraft has a bunch of stuff coming in, and it looks really good. They got the full size. I want to say whatever this one is. They have a huge one of these coming out. Little Riverbend Skinner, I believe, is what the name of that one is, but it's going to be a full size one. So,
man, when I got this, I know I showed this a bazillion times, but when I got this knife from Rosecraft, right? Man, look at that look the action on it. The action on it, guy, is unbelievable. You can even see this thing bounce. Zoom in on this, Jay.
Yep. Give me just a second here.
I think that Jersey did a video. Check out Jersey Knife Guy's video on the Appalachian Jack, right? But sorry guys, but check out Jersey Knife Guy's video on the Appalachian Jack. The action, fit and finish, everything of this knife is, I mean, unbelievable. This is the Appalachian Jack or Appalachian Jack, however you want to pronounce it, doesn't matter. But there is zero gaps in those springs right there. In that spring, I should say, but there is zero gap. Fit and finish is absolutely immaculate. You cannot, I mean, it's these pins, you can't even feel these pins. I'm sorry, you can't even feel them. And then with a transition here, I mean, it's just the action. I mean, it's just so, you guys hear that?
Oh, yeah. The thing is, Rosecraft is crazy. I don't know what.
I mean, look at that. That's unbelievable. I mean, it's just, what a great knife, man. This here. And what did you pay for yours, Jay?
Like, I want to say $38 or $39.
Yeah, I paid like the same thing, man. It's unbelievable.
But you got to use them discount codes, fellas. If you don't know what they are, go watch a Big Red video, and he'll tell you what they are. I just got an email from a guy, and he had one of these Sudbusters. He found it on eBay, and they want $799 for it.
What was that, Jay?
The Sudbuster. This right here. I just got an email from somebody, and this knife that cost $130 probably when it come out on eBay, the people want $799 for it. And I sent Jersey a picture the other day. I was like, I can't believe this horse shit. So it's just crazy. I mean, they'll try anything to get more money out of people. These people on eBay, it's insane.
Yeah, it's they're trying to just all they're doing is trying to rip you off. Yeah,
it's crazy.
That's it.
Well, dude, we've been going for 2 hours and 37 minutes.
Yeah, we've been going, man. I mean, we've been crossing a bunch of different avenues here, and yeah.
But next week we got RJ scheduled in. I told him I wanted to have 2 weeks in between each guest, and I probably didn't do a good job of communicating that, but I told him March 18th. But next week, he thought it was on tonight. I apologize for that, RJ. Next week, that way I want to do, like, I just don't want to just have people on and just, hey, show me a knife. I want to talk to them about what got them into it, what their grail is, what their grail's going to be, what this and that, And to do that, I want to watch as many videos as I can. And so that's the reason why I wanted 2 weeks. And maybe once we get moving a little quicker, maybe we'll have person on every week. I just don't know at this point. It's just, we start winging this thing, man, but I like it.
Hey, man, I just want to say, man, we started from nothing, just like other people have. We started from scratch. This was like a whim, like you said, it was on a whim, man. And it just went up. It just went from there. But yeah, I think that's a good idea for right now. What we were talking about is maybe just talking, having us on one week talking knives and this and that, and then having a guest on the following week, and just keep going that way for a little while. And then, if things change and you want to go weekly, we could do that. We'll just see how it goes, man. That's all.
Yeah. It gives us 2 weeks to buy stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
We get the guest show something one week, and then the following week, we get at least 12, 14 days to actually, get stuff in and send stuff back and forth to each other and stuff like that. So that's the reason behind it.
Again, guys, I'm going to be having some more content out, and I did that.
Yeah, we miss those shorts, man. We miss them.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I was balls to the freaking wall, man, with work. I didn't have time, man. There was no way that I could drive a truck, do that, and be making videos and shorts. It was impossible. And I missed it for a couple weeks, man. It was like 2 weeks, man. And but no, I got some stuff coming out, and yeah. But no, thank you guys for watching, man. This is I love doing this. This is fun, man. I really, fun. Yeah, no, thank you guys for watching. We're going to go with RJ. RJ, I'm really looking forward to next week. We're really looking forward to having you on, man. And that's going to be a real, pleasure just to have you on. And we're going to pick your brain a little bit, maybe. And I've
already got a list of questions I got to send you.
Yeah.
For you to review. So,
yeah, nothing crazy, just fun stuff.
No, it's actually, it's all really good knife relatable stuff. I don't want to dive into people's personal lives because you don't know who's watching this stuff. So, but it's it's all around knife content, how he got started, how he hooked up with the people on his lives. I mean, look at the people. He's got Patty on there. He's got Thrifty Kniffy.
Yep.
Tom from Knife Delights. I mean, just a great panel of people. And Tom goes out and gets in his wife's clothes and shit and comes back. And here we are. We're going down another rabbit hole, man. We got to stop.
Oh, man, I love it. But yeah, guys.
Yeah, next week, guys, RJ's Knives going to be on here the night before he does his live. So greatly appreciated for him coming on and taking a part in our little process here. So.
Yeah, guys, thank you. I mean, and again, guys, I've seen some new names on here. Subscribe to Big J.
Actually, we got those comment up here. Big J, you might want to ask the viewers audience to post a comment on this live after it posts. Yes, guys, please go do that. That'll help the algorithm and point them towards Big J's Knives and Boston Blade reviews because
good idea.
Yeah, and we're glad that Tom has made a turn for the better. He was really sick there for a few days. Tom over at Knife Delights, and I'm glad he's doing better. And I hope he's on your live tomorrow, RJ, but I understand if he isn't. He was really sick there for a while, so I'm glad he's on the mend. Yeah, he's doing better. He put a video out the other day, so he's doing better. So
good.
I hope to see him tomorrow, but like I said, I understand if he isn't. But guys, viewers, audience, go post a comment once this live post on my YouTube page, and be sure to tag Boston in the comment if you can. If that's even a thing, if we can do that. So share it on other platforms, whatever you want to do. So, guys, I appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. And as always, thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for watching. It's a long time, man. We're just getting started with this, and stay tuned next week. RJ will be on the live, and I'm looking forward to that. Thank you guys so much for being here.
All right, thank you, guys.